It's your host, Damian T, and your boy, Eric Williams. We're here with our special guest today.
The #1 produced podcast in Western Mass.
Welcome to the podcast, Mike.
Was the kid wearing?
Jeez, why are we doing this?
Gets me every time.
The best thing about our comedy scene in this area.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Move the Mic podcast. It's your boy, Dame Dollars.
And I'm Eric Williams, y'all. Today we have a very special guest. And I just want to really welcome him to the pod because, dude, he's a great guy. We got the great and powerful Tim Stone in the building.
Powerful. I love that
Great
shit.
and
Hell yeah,
powerful.
special.
What's up,
I usually
dude?
get called special, but not powerful. This is
The
awesome
special
to be
guest
here.
got you. Hey, man.
I'm humbled. I'm a fan.
Oh,
all,
man.
I've seen all the greats over here. All my
yeah.
friends,
Yeah,
all my
man.
partners in crime. This is cool to sit in this seat, man.
Yeah. Well, dude,
it's
it
all
feels
over
good to have you here because I think it was that week that you had the plague. You remember that?
Yep.
That
Yes,
Sunday
dude.
that you had the plague? He's like,
So
dude, I
rough.
can't
I
even
was
move.
sick too. I was willing to power through it, but
Dude, we would have created a whole new race.
Dude, we probably it was like a 2-week thing. Man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had it-
exactly.
dude.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it killed. Like I'm a smoker too, so
Yeah.
like, it got into that. So like yeah.
Oh, man, it definitely
I
cut
didn't know
down
if I
on my
was,
smoking
going
ability.
through withdrawals or if I was sick. Actually, you know?
It's hard to tell anymore, man.
right?
Shoot, I go 4 hours without a Coke, and I might be having withdrawals.
Heck yeah, man! I'm a Coca-Cola man.
I
too,
love it,
myself,
dude. There you
dude.
go.
I had a bunch of them on the way down here. Everybody picks on me for it, dude.
Yeah. It's what it is Coca-Cola sells a feeling. It's not even just the drink, you know what I mean? It's that feeling back in the day because that's what made
Nostalgia.
Coke what it is, man.
You already
was the
they
cocaine.
put cocaine in it too.
Right,
Yeah.
which gave you a feeling.
Man,
Yeah.
it's
But
delicious.
then
I'll tell you that. It's delicious. They put it right on the can. Delicious.
that's because it's synthetic
like-
cocaine, brother.
You might be onto something. with
I
that,
think
but
so.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I used to think it was the cinnamon. Maybe it's the synthetic cocaine.
It might be. I've worked in the Coca-Cola plant here in Northampton.
Really?
It's probably synthetic
So-
cocaine.
Is it like fresher there? I have a dream that it's like fresh there. Like,
No, they actually only make the orange juice and the teas at this one.
All right,
Really?
As a
I
Coke
didn't know
guy,
that. I didn't never been inside.
do you have like a standard of Coke? Like McDonald's Coke is better than this Coke is better. Than
Holyoke's
this?
got the best.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
That went over my head. We're talking about my soda. Not my focus, you know?
Yeah, people were probably thinking we definitely meant the other. Thing. So thanks for breaking that ice for us.
Sorry,
We're in a
guys.
Coca-Cola zone here.
Yeah, dude, I was vibing with it. I was vibing.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? You guys know the cigarette brand Lucky Strikes?
Yeah, well, I
Yeah,
don't
of
know.
course.
Yeah.
So, did you know back in the day, 1 out of the 20 pack would be laced with cocaine? That's why they call it
didn't know
Lucky
that.
Strikes. So you'd be down to your last
What?
one, and you go,
I thought it was like gunpowder, bro.
no,
Not cocaine.
It was cocaine.
No, can we look this
Look it
up,
up.
Buttons, please?
Joey
Was
Buttons.
that so? They were used to be in like the C rations and the MREs. Too.
Yeah,
So, like,
exactly.
they
So
would
you'd be
dip that-
fired up when you hit that. I mean, yeah, it could be your first one.
Maybe
Could be
that's
one in
why
the
we
middle.
won. Like the Germans gave them meth, we
Yeah.
gave them Coke, we win. You
Yep,
know,
yep.
Coke's better than meth.
It was a.
I hope
actually,
you're not smoking a cigarette when you have to, because that's
Oh,
going to ruin your whole week.
Jesus Christ. But no,
You have a lot of editing to do.
yeah.
already.
God dang it.
I'm sorry.
God dang it.
I didn't
It's all
swear
right.
though.
It's
No,
all
I
right.
did quite a few times. I definitely did. My bad, Eric.
It's all good. It's all good. It's easy.
No, we all work hard in here. Dude, let me ask you, when did you start listening to Move the Mic?
Honestly, the infamous Maverick Prasad episode.
Oh,
probably would
lovely.
I'll be honest with you. That drew me in. Mav's like a brother to me. Honestly, he
Yeah.
gave me a lot of opportunity and always sticks up for me when I'm being too dark, which is funny because he's dark. But yeah, no, that episode was lit. You know, he went off on some stuff. which
Yeah, he
I'm
did.
sure we can get
Yeah.
into too. Like,
Oh,
I would
yeah.
love to enlighten you on some of the backstories on
Yeah,
some
yeah,
of that
yeah.
too.
A fresh perspective.
But then I just noticed you guys had like everybody. It's something that needed to be done because
Yeah.
there's a lot of talent, both
So
like
much.
musically and comic wise. Like
Oh, yeah.
we have 2 huge mics
Yeah.
that just like rotate a lot of talent. And then I saw you had Alex Martinez.
Yeah,
Yeah,
A-Mart.
Him
one
and
of
I
He's a
are
boy.
brothers. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He's the man.
He was
Like, I-
preaching you. He was preaching you, man.
Dude, he flattered me with that. Him and I go back. We talk all the time. He's a great comic,
Mm-hmm.
a big inspiration to me too. And then I saw Diaz on here. I've seen
Yeah.
Nick Kelly on here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
seen
man.
Pops on here. I've
Yeah.
seen them all on here.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
I'm bringing everybody in.
It's really cool. Yeah, and
As
you're
long
letting
as-
everybody, and you guys are getting the acknowledgement you deserve. Like, this is well
Thanks.
done. This
Thank
isn't
you,
just
man.
like plug in a mic and go. What a lot of people don't understand is the work, the people that
Mm-hmm.
you put in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of love and hard work and labor into this. So
sure.
like, props to you guys.
Thank you
yeah.
very much
Yeah,
for,
man.
for recognizing that. It means the world to me. Like, it
no,
really
it's no
does.
joke. People think they're just gonna like, oh, I could do that. I could put it on. Dude, that's years of work. That's
Yeah.
years of work. That's not overnight. So,
I started with no idea what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like from what this was to like I had no idea, and I had to go through the process of failing and putting out trash for a long time. And,
Yeah,
you know,
man.
just
You guys
building
make
on it.
people feel comfortable. You got a great vibe. Like, this is
Yeah.
it. This is it.
dude.
Like,
Yeah.
only way you're going is up.
Yeah.
So I'm privileged to be in this. I'm privileged to be in this.
Here's
seat,
$100.
man.
Yeah, dude, for real.
I even got it for kissing ass, not telling jokes. So, like, you know, there's more than one way to skin that cat.
Yeah, man.
That's it. That's
Fire,
it.
dude.
No, but
So how? Oh, I'm sorry.
no, go
ahead.
for it. I was just gonna say because like we've had people on here we've never met before.
Yeah.
Like I think we've only ran into each other maybe once at Heather Smith's mic.
Yeah.
And
Shout out
we
to
had
her,
to,
too.
we had to boogie real quick because I had a show that night.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to come show support and just kind of like
Yeah, that was a
meet some
fun
people.
mic for
Yeah.
a while. It really was.
Yeah, Frog
Like,
Brewing.
I live like 10 minutes down the street.
Oh,
from
that must have been
place.
awesome.
Nice.
That
That's
must have
like-
been awesome.
yeah.
for
Yeah,
you.
otherwise for me it's like a 2-hour drive for
Yeah.
5 minutes. you
Yeah.
know? Sometimes that's
that's rough.
degrading.
It's worth
you
it
know?
though.
Yeah,
It worth
can
get
be.
the
It
reps
can
in
be. Yeah,
for sure.
It can be. Some
Yeah.
days, it's a lot of windshield time.
Yeah.
You know, looking at yourself like, what the fuck am I doing?
But like having people sit in that seat where you're at right now and just making a friend.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like at the end of the 2-3 hours that we do, it's
Finding
it's-
like-minded
it's
people.
great. Yeah,
like reassuring.
For
You're
sure.
Like, I'm not the only crazy one. out here, right?
Yeah, we're all a little crazy, brother. So you brought up a good thing, an interesting topic for me. When you're in the windshield, you know what I mean? You're just driving to go do a mic. What are things that you're going to listen to? I mean, just aside from podcasts. So do you listen to like comedians who like, try to teach comedy? Do you listen to just stand up? Like, what
It
do you
depends
go
on the
to?
mood I'm into. Honestly, I'll listen to music a little bit on the way down, kind of like try to get pumped up if
Yeah.
I'm going someplace. But on the way back, no. I mean, sometimes I listen to like motivational like talks on like how did public speaking things and things like that, like podcasts on stuff like that, storytelling stuff. But I do listen to comics too a lot. Yeah. It depends on the mood, man. It really, a lot of times it's quiet, man. There's a circus going on in your head.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, before and after a show.
yeah.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I'm sure you
Yeah.
guys know about what I like to call the comedy high. Like after you do, like sometimes you just don't sleep. Like
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I'm just looking for people to call at 2 a.m.
Yeah, right.
Like, hey, what's going on? Want to hear this joke I said? I
crushed
made
tonight.
fun of this fucking fat person. This is awesome. You know what I mean? So like that. A lot of times I'm just looking for more people to talk to. You
Yeah.
know, on the way down there, I'm just trying to organize the circus in my head and
Oh,
stuff
for
like
sure.
that. You know, like or stack things on top of stuff. I don't know. I write a lot of stuff when I'm at mics.
Yeah.
And like in that zone, like
In the moment,
It's
I
one of
do.
the best spots. Like being not that a lot of places around here have an actual green room, but being with the other comics, just talking about the shit going
Yeah.
on. That I definitely come up with a lot of stuff there too. That's
even
really
after,
beneficial.
Too, I tell like if comics, I don't have a ton because like I mean, but if I had any advice for people starting out, I tell them to stay after you do a set.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you win, lose, or draw, like hang out. Like
Yeah.
after that show is when you're gonna make your money. Like meet your people, learn your stuff. Like,
How long have you been in comedy?
It'll be 3 years for me in May.
Nice,
dude.
Yeah, like
That's
3
awesome.
years hard in May.
Nice.
You know, I had I did an open mic or two right before COVID hit, and then and
Yeah.
then stopped, and then I started up 3 years ago after that, and then I had a buddy that actually did a charity show up in Saxton's River. I hadn't done comedy for years. I just did like 1 or 2 open mics.
Yeah.
My buddy Aaron did a show up in Saxton's River. It was a Mother's Day show. Of all things, it was a clean comedy show. And I hadn't done even a show.
Yeah.
And I went up there and did really, really well. And I was like, man, I need to
Nice.
get back into this. And then went and proceeded to bomb for the next 6 months. But like Maverick took me under his wing. I ran into Alex. Alex was young. We used to call him Awkward Turtle back in the day.
Awkward turtle.
Awkward Turtle.
Awkward turtle.
Man, he
okay.
would get up there and just like, yeah, man. He's 20 is now is fucking. Everybody's just like, oh, you're a bum. I mean, fuck this, bro. I remember when you were scared of your shadow on the mic.
I love that. I love that.
that's fucking great, man. Yeah, the camaraderie in our area too. Like, I mean,
Unmatched.
there's definitely there's a couple cliques, you know, but I think overall everyone's in the business of just having fun. You know what I mean? Which is great.
100%. 100%. Sometimes you get lost in the sauce, so to speak.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
like,
sure.
you know, things like this bring people down, man. That's
Yeah.
why, you know, like talking and vibing and being in the comedy world, like that's where it's at.
Mhm.
Like you said, man.
The Lucky Strike thing is just military. There's
Oh, okay. Oh, bullshit. No cocaine. So-
Yeah, I didn't.
Can you play
think that
Why
was-
You Always Lying?
Why the fuck you lying?
There it is.
Why you always lying?
We got new sounds, everybody. Hey.
Why the fuck you lying?
All right,
Mostly to call me out on my bullshit. All right.
dude, you do be saying some shit.
Some crazy shit sometimes. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. That's
This guy. The sad thing is, none of us questioned it. We were all just like, "Oh, I bet we gotta look it up. Look it up." If we didn't have a computer here, we would have just assumed what he said
Yeah.
was correct, and then like Lucky Strikes forever.
Fucking bro science,
You
man.
know?
That's how it all began. Bro science, right there.
science.
Arguing was so cool before Google. You know?
Yeah, right. Like Richard Gere with a gerbil in his butt.
Yeah, man.
That
yeah,
was
dude.
great.
Marilyn
Or,
Manson
missing
pulling his
ribs.
out.
Missing
Oh my
ribs.
God, that was
dude,
legendary.
suck
Everyone
your
knew
dick.
that.
You know how many guys?
Everyone knew that.
You know how many guys were trying to suck their
I was
dick?
just about to
being like,
say.
how much semen do I have to
That's why
donate
it
to
was
fucking
believable.
get my
That-
ribs taken out?
That's why it was believable, because we were like, yeah, that's about. We tried. We're like,
yeah, like,
about 2 ribs, and you got that shit. You know what I mean?
The measuring he did.
Yeah.
If I lost one, I could get down
Might
there.
be like, just the tip, you know? Just the tip.
That's all you need.
Pull a tally. You know what they
I'm glad we're all men here.
Oh man,
Girls even ask, can you? I'm out of the job if you can, you know?
I'm out of the
I'm
job.
gonna have to start being nice. Like, you know? It would have changed the world. Like, you know what I mean? The whole equal structure would have been changed. If guys could, you know, we wouldn't be here now.
I bet that's a common worry in like the what are those? It's CrossFit. I bet that's a common worry in the CrossFit community for women. Like, you know, dude, those guys are flexible and they're strong. You know what I mean?
That's something. I mean, with everything going on and like the girls fucking like thousands of dudes in a row and all this shit, like there's no video of a dude sucking his own dick.
Yes, there is.
There is?
Yes, there
Oh
is.
shit! I haven't seen that.
Yes, there is.
I am not.
You're not looking at him. That's Lucky
said
Strikes is where I
hell
draw a line.
Lucky Strikes is where.
This table moves.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, we got to cut the wheels out of this fucking thing, man.
Oh yeah, I just gotta calm down. I'm getting like JoJo the Circus Boy over here.
Oh shit,
Dude, Joey Buttons found more buttons, y'all.
That's fresh. That's fresh.
That's actually no. This is awesome because these are the first time these sounds are being used.
Yeah.
We
We popped
I had
them up
some-
fresh
I
for
had
the-
some shitty sounds before.
Yeah.
But now we got better sounds.
Every
so.
time you guys are stepping it up, like every show,
Yeah.
you guys something. That's it. You don't stop.
Joey Buttons.
That
Dish
Joey
guy.
Buttons, you know.
Buttons.
Dish guy.
It's like the Nice Jones of podcasting over here. You know? That's what, yeah.
This is for nice.
You got shout out to
This
him,
is for
man. He
nice.
makes that shit funny. He's always got the
Yeah.
nice, you
Yeah.
know,
Oh,
and all
yeah.
that stuff when he does. You got to get your own.
Man,
one,
I wish I could fucking go out on
Same.
Wednesdays, dude. I got so much going on with the family.
Yeah.
Like Wednesday, we get
I'm
dance.
I'm
all
a
the
family
sports,
guy. I understand.
Dude.
Yeah,
Oh.
I understand.
I hear everyone has the most fun in the world over there.
It's like a lion's den.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like you go and walk by, like you literally got to shit where you eat. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's like.
and then
I
you
love
got
that
the
place.
Nook, which is a literal showcase every
Yeah.
single
I can't
week.
make it to the Nook. It's like an extra 20 minutes for me.
Is
on
it?
Yeah.
Like it just is like it's a little extra, and then Thursdays are usually tough.
Yeah.
So if I get there at the tail end of it, there's like nothing going on. And it's like 4 minutes. Like
Yeah.
So it's just like a long drive for a little. Maverick kind of caters to me. Gives me like 10 minutes when I go.
That's
And,
awesome.
like,
man.
it just gives me the extra time because I get like 1 day a week. I can kind of.
You must be pretty fucking good, huh?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think he's just trying to help me. It might be. It's like,
Yeah.
No,
That's cool,
I
man.
like to stay humble, but you know,
Yeah.
I do a lot of roasting down there. They like
Nice.
that. That's usually what I do. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, you guys, have you ever been to Workout Wednesdays?
No.
I haven't been there.
Not
No,
yet. Not
no,
yet.
Not yet.
no.
We'll get down there. We'll get down there
Heck yeah.
one of these days.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
What was I gonna?
Everybody
ask?
has a night.
Shit, I was just gonna ask you a question about. Did you grow up with a lot of siblings?
I have one older sister.
That's older sister.
Yeah.
Most people who can roast have at least one or two women in their lives that they had no control over.
Yeah, man. My mom was a retired English teacher, and my dad's a retired drill sergeant. So like, I'm just like a well-spoken dick. You know? Yeah, that's kind of where I came from.
Well-spoken dicks. All right. I like that. I like that.
That's great.
And everybody, you know, in like real drill sergeant, like the dude, like that's what he did, and then so.
So he was like a Full Metal Jacket type deal.
Yeah, we grew up. That's why I grew up in St. Louis. He was at Fort Leonard Wood, and I grew up like off the base. And yeah, he was. Yeah, he definitely was.
How old were you when you started to use guns?
Oh man, I can remember him holding a rifle for me before I could hold it.
Yes.
And then teaching me how to keep things down the barrel and
Yep.
like what a sight was
Yep.
and like
Keep
You got
things
a
clean.
good dad.
heck yeah, man.
things clean, keep
There's not a
things
lot
all
of things I can
greased
do.
up.
My dad taught me how to shoot.
Is he still
man.
around?
Oh yeah, heck
Oh,
yeah.
friend of the pod, man.
There we go.
You're a good
Yeah.
There we go.
fucking dude.
There we go.
Dude, actually, we've had a little. I told a joke about him, and he got a little angry. So, like, I don't. Have you guys ever crossed the line with the family or anybody?
Yeah.
yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Several times.
Yeah, Dad
Several
called
times.
me. He's like, "You gotta take this joke down." I was like, "Dude, of all people,
No, it
like, you
works.
know what
It
I mean? Like,
works.
he used to punch people. You know what you call people in the name of the United States? Like, this is a fictional art.
You
You're
look
trying
like
to
you
shit
could
on
suck
me?
a golf ball through a garden hose.
yeah, 100%. You know? So we kind of, but yeah, no, he'll watch it. I'm sure.
That's awesome, man.
But no, I'm freaking.
How old's your sister?
She's
4?
7 years. She's older than me. Yeah,
7?
yeah, we're old. Yeah, she's 7 years older than me. My mom says I was a blessing, but I think I
No,
was
that
a
means
mistake.
yeah, you were a fucking accident, dude.
Oh yeah, my drill sergeant when I was in the army said I was a stain my mom rubbed against wrong on the wall.
Fuck.
Whoa.
Rubbed against wrong.
Yeah, he was Mexican too, so he said you were just a stain that your mama rubbed against wrong. I can't even do a Mexican.
That was almost Conor McGregor. Bro.
It's either Irish or Jamaican. Those are my two.
I'd like to
accents.
apologize to absolutely fucking nobody.
You see that guy's trying to be president of Ireland now?
He'll
Good
get
for
it.
him.
He's literally running for the president.
He's pulling a Manny Pacquiao.
You mean? Oh wow! I was gonna say like a Kanye.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Has he done the swastikas? And stuff yet?
I don't know.
He's
I
gone
mean, if you
full
find,
racist
if you
yet?
find him in a bar at home, I'm sure there's a few people who can attest.
Dude.
If you had a gun in your head and you had to bet, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, 100%. I'm gonna.
He
go
looks
with
like the
racist.
kind of guy who would like instead of spin the bottle, he ties them all together and spin the swastika.
Oh, fuck.
Everybody's playing,
It
bitch.
lands on everybody, too. It lands on everybody.
That's 100 to my
Yeah,
shot.
no, there you go.
Try button.
Bro, count it. That's fantastic, man.
Yeah, dude.
So, oh my God, who are some like of your favorite comedians?
Oh, it's like man, Bill Burr's obviously a huge inspiration growing up. But Doug Stanhope, I talk about him all too much. Oh shit, it's like
Yeah, fire
going
that
into-
up.
Stanhope's a
shit.
dirt dog. I
Stanhope,
love Stanhope.
of course.
Shane Gillis is killing
Yeah.
it right now, right?
God,
you know
bro.
what I mean? Chappelle, I watched a lot of Pryor growing up.
Yep.
Like,
Mhm.
he was amazing. I love all comedy. Probably one of my favorite special to ever, like whenever I'm down and I like really need a good laugh, Mitch Hedberg's special. You remember that?
Yeah.
Comedy Central presents, you
Yep,
know, like the
yep, yep.
escalator joke and
Yeah.
shit. Like, I just remember like where I was, like that one changed my life, so to speak. I don't know.
That's
I love
awesome,
Mitch
man.
Hedberg.
Patrice
just-
O'Neill was another one.
Oh, for sure.
R.I.P. Friend of the pod.
You do you like Legion of Skank Boys? Fucking
Those
Big
guys are
J
great.
Okerson.
Those guys are great.
Louis J Gomez.
Heck yeah.
Those
yeah.
guys are fucking like. I love how there's Kill Tony, right, which has its group, and then there's the Legion of Skank Boys who do the
Dirty
live
Boys.
shit too.
Yeah.
and like there's not a better fucking community of comedian fans.
It is,
than
yeah.
dude, those are real comedy fans.
Yeah.
bro.
That is valid. That is
Yeah.
valid. Yeah.
Like-
Okerson's gotten bigger in the
I
last.
love Jay.
Yeah, he's hard not to like. Like I don't know what.
Sit down comedy.
Yeah.
You know,
Sit down comedy.
you know our made man Luis Santos.
yeah.
dude.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He's-
Our main man, Louis
He is.
Santos.
Yeah, he's a made man.
He's a
and
lot to take in, man.
Yeah, you got
I
it.
like
You
Louis
got it.
for
Yeah.
sure. Like,
I love him to
you
death.
find yourself checking yourself when you're around Lewis. You know what I mean? Just like it's not. I don't know. It's on me, but it's not. Like, That's a lot of man right there.
Yeah, it
Shout
is.
out to him. You know,
Well, it's almost short season for him, so we all got to watch out.
man. I don't know. Bro. I don't know what look you're going for, bro. I don't know what look like sexy pirate. Or like, I don't know what it is, but you're pulling it. You're pulling
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
If I came out like that, none of you would talk to me ever.
Never again. No.
Ever.
And it's hard for a white guy to do that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, so he's doing it. Like,
Fucking love you. Shout out, Lewis.
yeah, man. I did a
What a-
show with
oh,
him
yeah.
at a Mexican restaurant once. He came in just like full suit and like just looking fresh, dude. I was like, damn, dude, I'm like in sweatpants. I look stupid.
Lewis fucking is trying to get us to go down to Legion of Skanks this year with him. It's in New Orleans.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he does.
And,
That.
he went last year to Vegas, and I think he blew a tranny, or a tranny blew him, or one or the other.
Okay.
And
This is what. Okay.
fucking
And he came out with us. This is like his thing, or like.
yeah, he's been openly telling people.
Yeah, yeah.
He is now. Like, yeah, he's now.
It's on there.
It's on there.
I don't know if I want to go.
Stand Up has a great joke. He says, "How much work does a man have to do before I'm not gay for wanting to fuck him?" You know what I mean? You got it. Like if you go to a festival, there's got to be like top notch. Like I don't know. Like, I get you, bro.
Top tiers.
I got no problem. I got no problem with it. But like I'm not trying to be tricked.
Yeah, right.
Like, you know, like, I got enough shit to worry about.
be
Like,
open,
you know,
yeah.
like I'm just
I'm
trying to
not trying to be tricked.
It's like,
clear my lane. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to do.
as a military kid, would you ever use a gun you haven't practiced with before?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you can't wingman for a guy who hasn't made you come.
The enemy's coming at you. You know what I mean? Like, and that gun's there. You're not gonna be like, oh, I gotta practice first. I don't know.
That is a valid
That's a
point.
good part of the bet.
I don't know. Hold on, I got a practice shot. Dude, that's funny. I that's not. I don't know. I have no problem with it. I'm just like, but it's hard to because like when you say no, I wouldn't, then they're like, oh, you're not, or you're against it. I'm like, I'm not. But,
It's too far.
okay, that's it. I don't know.
What did I do? I
don't
created
know.
a fucking monster
Yeah,
over
that's
there,
it.
bro.
That's it.
You know what it was? Is he wouldn't shut the fuck up. So now I
gave
had
him
to,
buttons.
I had to
Yeah.
figure out a way to fucking let him express himself in the corner.
He's back there. He's back there like even more retarded Stephen Hawking.
Like an autistic bumblebee. You know?
Oh my god! It even looks like his.
I know.
I gotta get some Stephen Hawking
Bro,
quotes
if
for
we
that
put
thing.
that-
Man. You gotta figure it out.
Can I got a wheelchair.
More
at home.
midgets doing math. More midgets
I'm
doing
gonna
math.
bring my wheelchair over so we can use this chair for guests. You're gonna be in the wheels, wheelie buttons.
He got it on camera. I'm fucked.
They got it on camera. Wheelie buttons. That needs to go down. That's it. DJ Wheelie Buttons. Over there.
Yeah,
I like
bro.
that. I like that.
Fucking fire, man.
That's it.
Oh my god, we're having a fucking
Hell
blast.
yeah,
My
dude.
face. You know what I've noticed is like I'm gonna look young when I'm older because I'm just fucking
Smiling.
I'm doing this so much,
smiling,
man.
laughing, dude.
Yeah.
It's good to laugh, man. It definitely
Feels good.
is. Yeah, it's good.
Chicken soup for the soul.
It is. And it's good to like let your guard down, be able to laugh about anything too. Like,
Yeah.
that's the other part of it when you like you have to look over your shoulder to laugh. Like,
Yeah, comedy police suck.
yeah,
You know how I
man.
know you rode the short bus? You know the book's Chicken Soup for the Soul, dude.
Yeah. You know what's even crazier? I've never.
I've never read one of those books in my life, man. You know?
I always seen those when I went to the fucking psych ward, bro.
So I broke my leg in 8th grade. Like I completely snapped it playing football. And so for 3 months, I did have to get picked up by the short bus.
And did you read that book, Tim?
It was really funny because I was the first one on the bus. And they made me sit all the way in the back just to make room for all the, Stephen Hawkings.
The actual kids who needed the bus? Holy shit.
All the Stephen Hawking. I made great friends with them. I was playing with their buttons.
Oh my god!
I just wrote a new bit.
I love that. Little,
Here we go.
I love that little bus. You know?
We're on fucking fire in here.
Yeah.
I just wrote a new bit.
You were the cool kid on the little bus.
I was. I was.
I'll go back with a
I
regular
ran that
vehicle.
little bus.
I bet you're still the smallest kid that was on
Yeah,
that
I
bus.
was. I was. I mean, if you count their rim sizes, yeah, I was definitely the shortest one. Rolling on 22s.
Oh, you come down the aisle in your Heelys, just
No, I was
those were fire, right?
I was crutching along like Jimmy Bowmer from South Park.
Jesus.
Dude, so do you have a traumatic story from your childhood? Did you break something?
You know what? I never did. My traumatic stories were my drill sergeant's father. Stuff like that.
Well, do
Just
partake.
Do partake. Oh, Jesus Christ, they're kind of dark, man. They're not even funny. I'm having times twisting them into stories.
It's
but
fine. You don't have to.
No,
do that.
no, it's nothing like he beat the shit out of me or stuff like that. They're just like weird and kind of unbelievable, you know, and things like that. And he was just like
Psychological
stuff like
Yeah.
that, you know.
Break you
things
down to
like-
build you up.
Heck yeah, that was. You
Well,
know.
we are trying to build up a woman's audience, so if you could give us a thrilling psychological story right now, that would actually help.
I am going to sink your female audience. I can tell you, any work you did get is gone now. Whether it's just based on looks alone, I don't know if my tone just drives pussies up. It's amazing. I got 2 kids and a wife. You know?
Hey.
That's hilarious. I was just saying that.
And I don't talk a lot about it because, like, she's successful. You know, that's why I try
Nice.
to.
Yeah, nice. You just coasting under the bridge, bro.
Oh yeah,
in the
man.
lazy
Yeah,
river.
yeah.
Just
Dude, like, if she divorces me, I'm basically like Jazz Man. You know?
Oh, that was 200. That was 200.
like one bad night away from being that much of a pathetic loser. You know? The cops is even better. I don't know. So,
Dude,
yeah, no beef.
that hit me
one.
good.
That's
That hit me good.
Air horn.
I don't know.
Air horn.
It's in there. Yeah, dude. That
We'll
was
just do it.
fucking. Oh
That was
my
a good.
God.
That was
a
a
fine
good drop.
line, you
That
know
was
what
a
I
good
mean?
drop.
That's
That was Fuck.
They used to come around a lot, man, and then I did. Yeah, so that's anyway.
You said you had some sides of your story.
Well, that whole beef with Maverick called him out. Like, Maverick got a little heated in this chair, actually, towards
Yeah, he
it.
did.
And rightfully so. I guess
Yeah.
they had their own side beef. The fucked up part about that is like I used to mess with.
Not to interrupt you, but just for maybe some newer fans, could you just give us like a small summary so people know what you're talking about, what you're
Oh,
referencing?
there's a episode with you guys and another comic where Maverick Prasad called Jazzman, I believe, a little bitch.
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
Repeatedly.
That's
right?
Jazzman
You guys
is
gave him a
that's
chance to even
correct.
back out, and he was just like, nah,
Jazzman
little
is a
bitch, little bitch,
fellow
little bitch,
promoter.
bitch. He just like went off on it, and they had a heavy beef. I mean, like over a show. Honestly, I think it all had to do with a trash ass comedian personally that just fans fires everywhere they go. But the problem is like I used to mess with Jazzman a ton. I like doing it. His shows he was all right, like and whatever. Alex and I had a competition where we both picked like a shitty comic. And we're like, I think this one's gonna make it. You know what I mean? It was like a low round draft. It was like in the military, you used to do a
The seventh
dog
round
fight.
pick.
You pick like an ugly girl. You know what I mean? And he had his, and I had mine, and mine was Jazzman. You know,
Yeah.
and I lost. So, but anyway, I used to do his shows. He used to pay me. He recorded a lot of stuff, and I was in his Western Mass comedy contest. And I was in the second round, and it was a vote thing, and a bunch of like the votes came in, and people counting it were people I knew, and they're like, "Dude, you wanna?" And then he like didn't call my name, and he like added somebody to the list that wasn't even in the show, and like it just I was like 6-7 months in, like I don't care about that. I understand politics. But like, if somebody wouldn't have told me, I would have scratched all that material.
Yeah.
Like that shit was funny, and
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, maybe I gotta rework this, and like that was like detrimental to me in that way.
Yep.
And that sucked, and then it became not fun. So I was just like, man, fuck you, like that. And then the whole shit with Jazzman and Maverick happened, and I just got swept into that, and I was like, damn it, my moment's gone. And I got no beef towards that, you know, like whatever. But I mean, I'm a stand behind Maverick, so
Yeah.
so to speak. But
Yeah.
they went at each other pretty hard. I think Jasmine threatened to get him a lawyer and all this stuff.
Huh.
Like, it was pretty. Yeah, it was pretty gay.
That's
stuff.
absurd,
Like,
man.
Yeah,
To get to that level when we're in the business of
Smiles.
happiness and
yeah,
laughter.
yeah.
It's absurd.
Yeah, no. So I just like kind of backed away, and it sticks because he does a lot of shows and he pays
Yeah.
well, and he like I used to mess with him hard, but like apparently he has a problem with me because
Huh.
like that was like what I can't.
Well, because
imagine.
you stood behind your dude.
Yeah, well, this is before all of that,
Oh,
you know.
really?
So like, this is before all of that, and then all that blew up. So like, I don't know what if I rubbed him the wrong way or
All
if he had
this
plans
drama.
or- Yeah, no, I mean it is what it is. I never.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Everybody, I don't have like. Yeah, you guys get a lot of drama on here. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
we
what
do.
makes- yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah.
Not much, though.
I
We
saw
we
Dean
squash it.
Diaz on here dropping
Oh,
bombs.
and all
Herland's
Herland's a good dude. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
Herland.
It
too.
But they're
was-
friends. They're
it
friends.
was
It was
all
all
jokes.
love. It was
Yeah, all the
love.
Herland
Yeah.
jokes for sure.
Was he dropping bombs on somebody else? I don't
Yes, he
remember.
was. Miss.
I can't remember. It's fine.
He was made.
Oh.
Yeah, he made a lot of tickle jokes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mr.
that's
Tickle.
the Tickle Pimp.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember it now.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't blame me.
He
I
came
don't even,
in. He came in full.
I don't
on,
even
like,
know
he-
these people. Okay, I'm new.
Yeah. I do that same thing. I'm like, I'm up in New Hampshire. I don't know. I don't know shit.
I'm just the host of the platform.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It works. It works. It works. Yeah. No, the drama is why everybody's here. You blew up the last few weeks with the drama.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. No, I mean, it's unintentional. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No,
We
no,
really just
yeah.
want to make
No,
like a.
It creates. I don't know what it is, but about society, people just like.
Nothing's
Shit.
sacred in comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if it's all, I guess in a sense, you got to put it out there. I don't think
Yeah.
anything's been said and distaste.
Yeah.
Maverick went a little hard, but
Yeah.
in the paint, but he's passionate man.
Yeah. I mean, like,
About everything, either side doesn't
Yeah.
matter. He's
Yeah.
passionate.
Oh man.
yeah, but I mean, like we roast the people we love. That's what
Yeah.
it is. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? But like, we're not going to maliciously go at somebody, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
But it's like, yeah.
There might be one. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, there might be one.
No,
There can only be one.
There's
There
always
can only be one.
There's-
going to be one.
There's got to be one. You know what I mean? It's and as long as you keep the higher ground, you know what I mean. Be
Yeah.
like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You've lost
Keep
it.
the higher
It's
ground.
so easier said than done. Sometimes it really is.
Yeah.
It really is. I have a tendency to cut my nose off to spite my face. I'm good at it, dude.
Yeah.
I like that. Cut your nose off.
Yeah, man, just to prove a point, dude. I will sink my ship.
And, like, give me like an example. What do you in what sense?
Shoot, you know what?
Like if you're having a great set and you just throw a bomb joke out there just to feel pain, or
yeah, I can't. Yeah, you're right. It's tough. I'm competitive to a sense,
Nice.
so that's part of it. Yeah, yes and no. Yes and no. Sometimes you don't need to be. And
Yeah.
I can go hard in the paint. Sometimes the people have to pull me aside. They go, that's a little too far. So, like, I get raw. I guess the word that's thrown out with me a lot of times is raw.
Hey.
okay.
Specific story. I don't know. There's times I don't need to go over the line and keep going on a joke. Like I got the joke, I got the point across, and I keep hammering. Somebody at an open mic or something. I don't
Yeah.
need to be doing that.
Yeah.
what's your writing process like? You said you write a lot. So
I do write a lot.
Take me from like the beginning of a premise to how do you work it out?
It depends. I'll find premises. I carry note cards a lot around with me all the time, and I write on note cards. I definitely, and then I have a pad of paper, and if the note cards I'll write on the pad of paper just like my premises.
Yeah.
Sometimes the premises will fatten out throughout the day, but I'll think about them the next day, kind of thing, and different tones, different lights, different moods,
Yeah.
different angles, and I kind of add to it, so to speak, or I'll try to compare things. I also keep like a list of like all my jokes that I've like worked or the jokes that I've working. I have like an insane list
Oh, I like that.
And
The
I'll,
ones
like,
you know that actually
like
work.
I've done, and then
Yeah.
like on the other, because we all, I don't know if you guys abbreviate your jokes after a while,
Yeah.
you know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean, and you got like titles, so like, and then I'll go back in sometimes after I'll like, and then I'll like see if any of my new jokes tie together, or if like any of this stuff will fit with this now that's like
I like that.
unfinished. It's a lot. Carlin used to talk about like jokes are no good if you can't find them. And we
love
come
that.
up with stuff like constantly. Like, you know, some of the stuff here, we're going to be driving home, or later we're going to be like, oh, what was that, you know, swastika joke with the beer bottles or whatever.
I'm glad you remembered that.
Yeah, you know, I'm so weird like that. I remember jokes. Like, I love them, you know, and I like the thought process behind them. It's funny that you ask me, and then I like freeze up like a deer in headlights. Some of them come in like full form. Some of them just come like I know like that's going to be something later. You know what I mean? And some of them, that's kind of it. Like, I write a lot of, this is ridiculous. I write a lot of jokes in the shower.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
Sounds like, down, you know, but like, the only place, like, as a kid, I got a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old, like, to finish those.
I usually just jerk a joke in the shower.
That's epic, yeah. Waffle stomp it down
Yeah.
the drain.
Waffle
you know?
stomp.
I'm laughing the whole time. Just,
Dead jellyfish.
Dead jellyfish. Gross.
They got spines when you step on them, you know what I mean?
this one gets you high.
So like, what's the hardest part like between you guys, just like having kids and doing comedy? And I mean, you obviously have more, like the podcast, fucking crazy job.
How old are your kids?
My oldest is 12. My youngest is 8. So I have 4.
Have they discovered your comedy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My daughter calls me funny man.
Love that.
Epic.
Love
They
that.
like your comedy?
Yes. Yeah.
I have a joke
I mean,
about-
I haven't really showed him like my actual.
Do you joke about your kids at all?
a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah.
I do a lot. I do a joke about my son coloring his butthole black with a Sharpie.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a great.
I like that.
It's like a little eyeliner.
Some kids found it. You know what I mean? They start calling black butthole at school. And I was like, uh-oh.
Black
My wife's going to sit down and be like, do you really need to be talking about black butthole?
That sounds like the worst pirate ever.
Yeah,
back
no,
in the day.
Fucking hilarious.
yeah. That's the condescending. Yeah, no, but
Arr, the black butthole.
Has your son ever took a shit so big that you start questioning the school? Like, what the fuck's going on in gym
too
class?
much fiber, bro. The fucking feeding
Those
them
chicken
old
patty
gym mats,
sandwiches.
You know what I mean? Like, that's-
Why does my kid keep going on 20-minute breaks with Mr. Sanders?
Oh fuck.
Yo.
What is this extracurricular activity?
Yo. Oh man. The police. All right, come on.
I'm just saying, man. There's some crazy ones every now and then.
Not every now and then. There's crazy ones. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's hard. I've noticed that's hard. It's hard balance. So like you say, like when you do those like 4 hours of driving and you just do a 5-minute mic where you really didn't do shit. You're like, fuck, I should have been home with my kids, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of one of the things that looks back at you in the window.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a balance there. I find that, like, I don't have time to, like, I can't just go to every mic and hang out and mess around. Like, I got to make some of my shots kind of count.
Yeah.
And go to places, so like it's cool that like Maverick gives me that like 10 minutes, you know.
Yeah,
and,
make it
like,
worth your time.
Yeah, that's
things
wicked
like
cool,
that.
man.
Like I got to. He gives people 6, 7 every time anyway, and especially if unless Nice cuts you off. But, you know that I just got to make my shots count, and I got a couple like Worcester. The shout out to the Vernon Theater.
Woo.
Let's go.
They give me a lot of time and help over there, and those guys like Matt Sloan and John Fletcher and
Yeah.
those guys are pretty cool.
We actually just had Terrence McCormick on.
Dude,
And
T-Man
he was-
Terrence is a good
yeah,
fucking
He,
dude,
he
man.
he was slinging it. He was
He's
slinging
a good
it.
dude. I
Yeah, he
love
is.
Terrence, man. You can't help but smile when you see Terrence. I don't know what. So that's a good start for him as a comic.
Do you know the fable of the community rock? No, I'm kidding. We're just gonna leave it there. You'll have to see later on
right.
when that episode
All right,
comes out.
I'll have to check it.
But
I
for
know I don't
those-
know what you're talking about. I look forward to that. I definitely am gonna.
That thing's gonna start growing moss soon. I'll tell you what.
It must be a P-Rock.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Close.
Oh my goodness. So fuck, man. You got any questions?
Yeah. So like, have you noticed like your kids getting funnier as you started comedy?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Like you're just like, oh, that's a good. Like I'm taking that. Dad's taking that.
My son's into it. He checks out joke books from the library and
Nice.
stuff like that. And he's always around too. So like a lot of the people come up to my house and hang out, and he's always hanging out. And,
Nice.
and definitely he's exposed to the comics in the game. You know, my daughter's autistic, so not so much. She doesn't. You know.
Oh, she's gonna kill it on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
She'll get a golden ticket
Nah,
right away.
She needs like a short leg too. You gotta have two. You gotta have two.
Dude, that's his favorite.
Dude,
Oh, she
I got
doesn't
it.
have a short leg.
Yeah, no, she doesn't. She's kind of normal. You couldn't. She's normal.
could give her
yeah,
one.
Yeah, I could. 100%.
For Kill Tony, come on.
Yeah, for Kill Tony.
It's a
Yeah.
sacrifice you're
New
willing
Hampshire.
to
I
make.
think I'd get away with it too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Autistic
and if
comedians are
Trump
awesome.
keeps doing his thing,
Yeah, I was just about to
CPS
say,
won't
I'm white
exist.
and Trump's in office. I'll get away with it.
I'll get away with
I'm
it.
sorry, dude. That's so bad.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
CPS won't exist too much longer. You know what I mean? It's just fucking-
I don't know if it really ever existed in New Hampshire. I don't know if you've ever checked the record, dude. They're handing out like, dude, there was this kid that he got a big settlement. He was in because if you watch during the daytime TV, they have those lawyer commercials where they're like, have you been raped when you were in the juvenile
Whoa.
system in New Hampshire? Like, this guy got raped 11 times or 10 times. He got $1 million per rape. Like $10 million bucks. Like,
I would take some dick for
so
that.
like that, hey, instantly you go there, you're just like, man, $1 million a rape, like, fucking, dude. But if you didn't know it was coming, you know, you just took the rapes, and then later you're like, oh, I should have taken a few more. Right. You know what I mean? Like,
I only got $6 million.
I wonder if he's got like post-rape regret now.
Does it,
you know?
right? Does it matter like how long they lasted? Because like if it's like 2 minutes,
Whoa, that's a great question.
that's a big question. I think. 'Cause
You think
Like,
they
if
talk-
they only-
you
if
think
they
they
only-
talk about that shit in trial? Like,
It was a minute and a half.
It was only
it's gotta
the
be
judge.
on
What's it count for? Like, you know.
is it like anything past 3 minutes you get 2 mil, or you know what I mean? Like
Holy shit!
like Monopoly scores or whatever. Like what are we doing?
Monopoly scores. You get Baltic Avenue for free.
Oh, just as long as you pass go, you will collect
$200.
I don't even think MJ paid $1 million a rape. You know what I mean? Like, if you
Little
remember
hush
back-
money?
Like, I don't even think he was paid.
I don't think any of them got paid. He died not long after.
Yeah, you got a carnival ride and candy, bitch. Shut up. You know what I mean? Like, that's-
You got to play with Bobo the chimp.
yeah.
Oh man,
Dance
Bobo,
with the
R.I.P.
king.
Didn't they put Bobo down?
Probably.
No, it's still alive, I think. Yeah. It's over in like England or something. He left it over there.
He left it over
It's one of
there.
those
Really?
things I looked into at one point. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, he did. When he was on tour or something.
He's like, you keep
This
the
was
chimp.
like a stone topic in my basement one day. So like it's weird I retained it. Like I can't do math, but I can tell you about Bobo the chimp.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like, that's-
And what shape is the Earth?
I'm a rounder.
All right, my man, my man.
It sounded,
Prost.
sounded really racist when you said
the
rounder.
No, it's a good movie, but shout out to Rounders.
Rounders
Random-
everywhere.
A random effort, random movie effort.
That's fucking crazy.
No, I believe you got to check yourself. Dude. I am from New Hampshire and stuff like that. You're like, do you believe the Earth is flat? There's a lot of them up there.
I bet there are.
You ever meet one of them that's like
Yep.
somebody? Yep. No, I mean, but somebody you didn't expect, like somebody you liked and looked up to. You like, I've actually like used your opinion in life, and you really
Oh,
think the
no.
Earth is like. Has anybody shocked you with it? Like,
I don't use people's opinions, but
I
no.
mean, within reason, yeah.
Yeah, but no.
No, you never.
No,
had
not
it,
somebody else looked up to. You mean like an uncle or like a
somebody like anybody like, and just somebody who just like valued their you thought they wouldn't believe that the Earth was flat. Like that was.
I really can't even think of one.
We're thinking of what was his name? BYOB was his song, right? Airplanes in the night sky, like shooting stars. I could really use a wish right now. What's that rapper?
I don't know.
Everyone, Bob or something. Everyone freaked out because like he was one of the first people to come out with that shit back in like 2008.
I remember Kyrie Irving did it, and that was a real shock to me.
Kyrie Irving is a flat earther.
He was. I don't think he still is, but
Popped off big in 2014 with Mark Sargent.
Yeah,
and
B.O.B..
Ireland, and there was one other guy, Eric Dubé.
I don't know them.
He's gay.
Gay.
crazy. Flat Earth.
Yeah, back in like 2012, he started talking about it. B.O.B. breaks silence on flat
It's hard to
Earth
even
and,
talk to those
and
people.
cloning.
Yeah.
Cloning, I'm kind of into it.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's got to be some clones
hey,
out
protect yourself, brother.
Oh, everybody puts these. I don't know if they.
You'll be fine. He wiped them.
No, I don't give a fuck about the wiping. I just the style points.
there. Oh no, they look great.
No, this is just to protect your character. What were you talking
Your
about?
soul.
What were you saying about you said-
Clones.
Okay, cloning. How many clones do you think exist in Hollywood?
How many clones do I think exist in Hollywood? I've
Yeah.
never thought about that question.
That's a real question.
That's a real question. I don't think any. I could be.
You don't
wrong.
think
I
there's
don't.
any?
The clones of
yeah,
just like
humans. Human
clones
clones.
of humans.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've done zero research on this, so I'm naked on the subject. So
Oh, see.
I think
not
there's a few.
You're not into conspiracy.
I am into conspiracy.
Ooh,
but
what's your favorite conspiracy?
Oh, what's my favorite conspiracy? God, now you're putting me out on a line here. I'm not like a huge like.
Just favorite. What is it? Mole
having-
people.
Crab
Frogs are gay.
The contrails one.
Oh,
those-
chemtrails.
Chemtrails, yeah. The chemtrails
Chemtrails
one
for
was
sure.
pretty good for
Yep.
a little while. Like that, there's some weight to that. Some of the
Definitely.
military ones that you get into, like the Gulf of Tonkin,
Yeah.
9/11,
Do you-
I guess would be one.
Is
you
it
know,
possible that your dad could be a sleeper agent?
Is it possible?
Yeah, where
You
was
say
he
the
at?
right 3 words to him.
Where was your
and he's
dad's
like,
at? Where was he at in the late '60s? You know what I mean?
I don't know if he was in the. I don't know if he was anything. I have no idea. No, he probably could have.
He is
Think about it.
Agent Orange.
Nah,
Agent
turning
Orange.
right now.
You
are getting red-pilled, brother.
You're getting red pilled. I did. I love talking about him. I just don't like live my life by them. I guess. is
Was
the
he
way-
mysterious, your dad?
Was he mysterious?
Yeah.
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 I guess in a way, 100%. Yeah.
Does your dad? Does he?
What
have,
dad in the 80s and 90s wasn't? Like, you didn't have, like, like
True.
dad's full of, hell's
True.
full of dads from, like, the 80s.
yeah, that's true.
Does your
Yeah.
dad play with Legos?
No.
No. Okay, that's.
No. My dad was.
How old's your dad?
Oh, man, he's 80.
80.
Yeah, I was an accident, like I said.
That was an accident, like I said.
Good call, man.
Yeah, no,
That's
yeah.
real. That's real, though. That's real. I love that.
That's
A
good.
blessing.
A blessing.
Oh man,
that's
Your
That's a
mom's
good bit in
sweetheart.
itself.
I mean, I
like
remember-
a blessing and a mistake is the same.
Are you both your parents still together?
No, hell no.
Oh no.
No.
That's
What
why you're
happened
funny.
there?
Well, my dad enjoyed the company of lots of other women.
Fire.
Yeah,
He's a
that's
good
actually
man.
what the joke was about. That he's like mad about me saying. 100%. And I've like,
Nice.
not only have I said it, but I've like hammered down on it and gotten specific and thumbs some things. And he's like, "Dude, come on, man." Like,
I talk about.
I was
Donald
around for
Trump,
some of
and
it.
I approve this message.
Yeah,
I talk about my brother being a part of a cult. He doesn't like that at all.
No.
Is he?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't like it?
He did it first,
He
but
don't like. He doesn't like it. You said.
yeah, my brother doesn't like it
Yeah, that's what I
anymore.
figured.
Yeah. He did it first because like it was just like a one-time thing, and he thought I was gonna let it go, but it kills. So I'm not gonna let it go.
My dad, when I started comedy, so my dad and I weren't overly close. But then as I started comedy, like every time I said I was gonna do something, like even when I joined the army, he's like, "Oh, you're fucked."
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
when I went to a car salesman or whatever, every job he was just shit on me for. But the time I said, I think I'm gonna try comedy, he's like, I think you could do that. You
Yeah.
know, so like it actually brought us a little closer
Oh, that's
together.
cool,
And he's
man.
like, you know what? I did some shit to you, like that's my penance. You can talk about it. I know there's some jokes that come out of it. So then for him to like come at me like that, I was like, dude, like what the fuck? You know, like this is what you told me to do. Like,
See,
it's-
my dad raised me to just, do and ask for forgiveness instead of permission. So I started talking a lot of shit
Oh, that's
about
way
him.
bad, yeah.
And then he just has to deal with it because I'll beat his old ass up. No, I'm kidding.
Your dad's a badass, dude.
No, yeah.
Your
He
dad's
really
a
is.
badass.
If he wanted to, he could put it all into one and just fucking drop anybody. You know what I mean? Like,
Focus all his chi.
yeah.
His energy powers over 3,000.
Your dad like a kung fu master or something?
No. He used to do professional wrestling. He did collegiate wrestling in high school, but he was actually like a throw around guy, a tosser. The guy who comes in and gets beat up for like Kevin Nash. Big Papa Pump,
Yeah.
some of the few names that he wrestled with.
Holla if you hit
And
it.
yeah, he handled himself, man. He handled
Old school
himself.
wrestling, man. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool as hell, man.
Yeah, he's a
I
good
wouldn't
dude.
be fucking with your dad then. That's
Nah, he's a good dude. Yeah. That's why.
How long were your dad and your mom together?
Overall, like I think 8 years. They split up when I was 5.
Because everybody talks about my dad, like, because he's crazy. Like in my mind, it's the woman that was with him that's crazy.
Drove.
You know what I mean? Like you look at the women, like you know, my mom was nuts. So like that's not to be toyed with. You know, kind of thing to command. Like so, like I always ask about that. Like your mom must have been a tough lady too. I don't know.
Oh yeah, she's a character for
Do
sure.
you have a tray or something to put this on? Wow, you do. You
tray?
just pack out you just pack out of there.
Yeah, man. Just
Oh,
fucking
okay.
stick it in there and twist it a few
Absolutely.
times, and it'll pack itself.
Really?
Yeah,
You
bro.
just-
You don't know
clear
the
this
old
thing
trick?
out? Can you clear this thing out?
Oh, yeah.
We used to have a poker.
Here.
Nice. That works. That's great poker.
All right, old school.
Yeah,
Got you.
Just a little,
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know.
just a little green stuck to the side.
Got that grinder when I
Oh,
was
dude,
15
just
years
stick
old.
it in there and twist it.
Oh, come on, bro.
Bro, it'll fucking pack right in there.
I get what you're saying, man, but like it doesn't.
Smelling what you're stepping in.
Doesn't burn. It doesn't burn. I'm a.
You don't think?
I don't think.
He's
No,
got-
I'm a weed
He's
guy.
particular.
I like it. I like it.
I like my. Wait, we're good. I wanted to burn.
I want it to burn.
No, dude, I'm not trying.
Here you
to.
go, brother.
Fuck yeah, thank you. I'm not trying to
First
spoil you,
generational
too.
raw lighter right there. Real cork.
That's gangsta. I heard you talking about this. I think on an episode.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna bust you out a cigar. It fills up in here pretty quick.
Yeah, dude. And the apartment just stinks like cigar for like
I'm not a
4
cigar
days.
guy anyway.
Thank God,
You
man.
know what I mean? Like I'm not. Yeah.
We had a few guys smoke cigars in here, and it was just too fucking.
And Dean
Bomb's
Diaz
a
ripped
treat.
half a pack of fucking
I'm a bomb
cigarettes.
guy. Yeah, I saw that.
He ripped half a pack of cigarettes. This place smelled like a goddamn bar for.
How do you feel about psychedelics? If we can get into that subject.
Heck yeah, I'm not bad. I mean, the problem with them, I
not
got
bad at 'em.
I'm not bad with them. No, I don't have time. I don't have time, man. I got
pretty
kids,
good.
dude. I can't fall
Yeah.
off the earth like that.
Well, for when you don't have time, my friend, we have a very all natural blend here.
I microdose
Oysters.
I don't know if you guys. I do.
Yeah,
I
this
do
is
microdose.
a all natural portobello liquid.
Dude. That's gangster.
Yes, made by a close friend who brought it in here as a gift. That episode will be out shortly.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude. You know CW,
Yeah,
dude.
that was an awesome episode too.
I wish we had it recorded
We
afterwards.
did not have it recorded, but he accidentally took way too much.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh, it was hilarious. I'm sorry. We shouldn't be talking about
Yeah.
this. Right now. I don't know why. My bad. We'll edit
You won't
that
put
out.
people on blast. Accident.
Enough! No more police.
There's a good-
Buttons.
That's a good check mark for you to go back and find it. You know,
Yeah,
like a
right.
clap mark. You know what I mean? Yeah,
You know, we had the guy in here who invented the clap.
Roddy Thomas.
Nick Kelly. I saw
Mr.
it.
It wasn't Roddy. It was Kev. Jibo.
Oh yeah, that was. That
Damn, bro.
I just went to the oldest guest.
That was crazy. No, literally, he does the clap, and this guy, straight face, was like, "I invented the clap." He's like, "Actually," because
shit.
he started podcasting in like 2008,
Oh.
yeah.
and
Kev.
that was
Under the nook. Shh. Friend of the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's a good dude.
He is.
Bro. So you mainly go to Wednesdays?
Yeah,
where
I go out to Worcester sometimes.
Vernon.
I go up to Manchester, New Hampshire every now and then.
How's that seat?
It's okay. It's good. There's a few people up there. I'm just starting to kind of kick my foot into it a little bit. There's a couple spots up there, the Laugh Attic, and a couple other places.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a different vibe. It's Northampton-y a
Yeah.
little bit.
Have you done any shows?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I've done. I usually I'm averaging about a show a month, maybe a couple
that's
more.
good.
You
Fuck
know,
yeah.
yeah.
Staying
Sometimes,
busy.
yeah. I've been like honestly, I've been in a rut, so to speak, too. So like, I did a show up in Londonderry and got into a fight with a lady. I went last. I was headlining, and then everybody's just so drunk. And I do a lot of stuff about like autism and things like that. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
triggering.
I make fun of like my fears and things like that. That's where the humor comes from. It's like a mechanism. And it's always a drunk lady that doesn't have autistic kids that has a problem. It's happened to me a few times. I'm like,
gotta-
why is it always you? You know what I mean? And then it's
The
like,
same lady following you around.
yeah, no, it's just like, dude, they all look the same. I don't want to use the word Karen. I need to come up with like an autistic Karen crusher version. But like, yeah, I do show. I do a lot of stuff in Worcester too. Like they really kind of opened me up down there. I did a really cool show at a barbershop over there.
Nice.
Axe to
That's-
Grind Barbershop. This guy's got a cool
Hell
thing. He's
yeah,
been doing a
dude.
couple shows with Sam Buck and some of those guys. It was really cool to be over there with them. Alex Martinez was in that one too, actually.
Nice.
So, and then I a lot of Maverick stuff I'm on for sure. I got up into the Portland, Maine Comedy Festival one year, and I was up in that and did a bunch of shows up there, which was I learned a bunch of stuff about that and just like the comedy festival scene and things.
How close are you to Keene?
That's I live in Keene basically. I'm right outside
sick.
of Keene.
Dude, that's such an untapped area.
Yeah, it is. So
Like,
I
the bar scene's great.
I do shows up there. I'm sure Maverick talked about them and a couple other people. I rent out a hall every now and then, or like an old church or whatever, and I'll do like a BYOB, and then I'll have like Nice or somebody come up and DJ. It's always Nice. I want to make it sound like I got more than one DJ. I don't.
I mean, I think it's.
I
better
promise
to
I have
have
black
one.
friends. I
Yeah,
promise.
yeah.
For
I bring 'em up
continuity
there,
purposes.
yeah.
have one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You have 20 though, you can get one of your kids out of war. That's the old story.
No, but like I went up to Keene recently, and they have like $3 to $5 drinks.
Yeah.
Everything's cheap. And I was just like, everyone's there to party. Everyone's there to have a good time. You know, we were just doing the rounds downtown Keene.
College town too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like definitely untapped, and I'd love to see something big come out of there. For
Yeah,
sure.
I'm trying to avoid, and I don't know why. I just don't want to host an open mic.
Yeah.
So like, and Heather was kind of doing it. So but I do shows up there, and I sell like 100 tickets for my shows. Like, it's kind of insane the amount of support that you get up there for it, and it gets a little drunk and rowdy. So you got to get the right people. But I've had like Nick Kelly up there, Maverick, Alex, Luis Vasquez.
Yeah. Yep.
I've had a bunch of them up there. I'm sorry if I forgot somebody's. Oh yeah, Joe Capino.
Yeah.
I love
Joey.
Joe's.
I'm a big Joe fan. Everybody sleeps on Joe. I don't know.
No,
I'm just
can't be slept on.
Yeah,
He's a killer.
I've never heard of anybody who.
I feel like it. I
Slept
just
on
feel like
Joe.
I don't understand why he's not blowing up bigger than he is. Is
Yeah.
basically what I'm trying to say.
I think the only thing, and I'll say this because I love him, is at first he can come off a little like, "Don't talk to me." You know what I mean? At first.
Oh, yeah,
But when you show him that
good
you're
guy.
about your grit and that you actually care about comedy, he opens right up. He's a fucking sweetheart.
Yeah, I've always the first open mic I did, he hosted.
Nice.
Actually, and he misspelled I was so nervous. I scribbled my name. He couldn't read it. He just roasted me for like 2 minutes before I went up there. Didn't need it, but it was fun, you know. So I like Joe Capino. So I've had him up there. He killed up there. He did absolutely. He killed up there. But you know,
I'm
that's his
Donald
famous.
Trump, and I approve this message.
All right.
Joe will love that. Mr. Capinos.
Yeah, I was trying to get Herland into a show, but he disappeared on me. I don't know if you remember Mike Bergeron. I had him.
Yeah, of course.
He was a good dude.
Yeah.
I had him up there for sure. So
Well, we've been around. You never had us on a show.
yeah, this is the first time we met.
That's
so
Gotta see us do comedy. Gotta
definitely,
see us do comedy.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I like to meet the people, or like it's like 1 degree, and like you just met Ash. So I'm sure like it would have. I got to do one. So I'm working a couple things out. I don't want to.
Well, I'll tell you, since you've been on here, when we have a showcase, you
Put
will
you on.
be on
Put
the
you on,
list.
brother.
Dude, that's amazing. I
Yeah,
appreciate you.
we don't actually have the latest one up in here. And I'm
I
surprised
saw
that we
some of
did.
your live one you did. That
Yeah, it was
wasn't
The
fun.
audio was fucked. The Wi-Fi was so bad.
It's hard to do.
I'm so
Again,
upset.
It's hard to do. You can appreciate with all the money you have into this equipment, just
Yeah.
like recording, cutting,
But
clipping.
I
That stuff's
actually,
hard to do.
I went ahead and I invested into the right equipment for the next live show. Just throwing that out there. The next one is going to be way fucking better.
Dude, that's amazing.
That freaking
As soon
chode
as I
of a
seen
mic
it-
you bought.
And the thing is that like doing it, I didn't have anybody outside who could listen in and be like, "Hey, it sounds like shit." You know what I mean? Like people were saying it, but I wasn't paying attention. I'm in the show. You know what I mean? So it was a first time experience for me. I've learned a fuck ton from it.
Yeah.
So the next one's gonna be
Have a
lot fucking
doorman.
better.
That's well, have a doorman.
Think about the first
Holy
time you did
shit.
comedy. You know, to the first time you did comedy to now, like and
Yeah.
how
Oh,
much
man.
Have you ever gone back and watched it or
dude,
listened to him?
I hate it. I
It's
hate
tough,
it. I
isn't
hate.
it?
I hate those
actually
old
just
sets.
did it the other day, man, because he has a secret YouTube channel that we're never gonna share.
Never,
because
ever,
it's
ever,
for
ever.
us.
Wait, I'm gonna clip this out because I don't want people to find it.
Make it private.
I will make it private.
So because like his phone is ass, he's got iPhone.
Terrible.
Fuck iPhone.
Terrible.
So he would just upload the videos straight to YouTube and delete them and shit, so that we could go back and watch our sets. And I just went back yesterday, and or not yesterday, 2 days ago, and I watched probably 14 of them. And I was like, some of the stuff I definitely will work out again because it did have its bits, but like, fuck.
Cringe factor
It's so
on
weird.
100.
I'm like standing like stiff and shit, and or I'm doing this too much. Like I got my book, and I'm like,
You look like a preacher.
I'm walking
You look like a
back,
preacher.
like I'm literally. But see, this is the thing. My
In the book
introduction,
of Genesis.
my introduction into entertainment was to a church.
Okay, accurate. So
It's
he
so
saw
accurate.
He saw you.
Yeah.
No, he has his little Bible that is like reading his.
Oh yeah.
But I don't even look at it. That's
No,
the
but he
thing,
would
it's
Joel
like-
Olstein up here. You know?
I won't even look at it half the time. That's the thing. It's like it's just there, but it's like a prop now, and I just like pointed at people, and I'm like, I don't know.
And
Yeah,
Jesus
that's it.
was a pedophile.
That is one of my.
It's in this book right here. The power is in this.
Hell yeah.
In this book, I have a mini version of the Talmud.
He's like, I'm gonna pass around a hat. Put $5 in.
That would be cool. If that's how it worked.
Right.
Fuck.
Hey, maybe you should host like a church style one. Some of these.
Oh no.
Yeah, man. Dress up and host it as a priest and just
Bro,
do like
wouldn't that be
sermon. You know what I mean?
hilarious? That video would go fucking viral. Like put on a fake church.
I have
where
a fake church where you could do
we
it.
get all these
No, I'm
fucking
serious.
people.
Heart attack. I do.
Yeah.
I have a really good one. It's all there. It's abandoned. It's next to the
Dude, if we invite like 300 local people who think they're going to a church with like the biggest names or whatever for like a cheap ticket, because think about it, if you go to one of those mega churches to get a ticket there, it's like hundreds of dollars, right? So
Righteous gemstones.
we put on this fake show,
Church
we make
comedy.
websites and everything, yeah, and then we get in there and we just talk about how fucking Jesus,
Derelict
like
we
all
are.
kinds of shit,
Degenerate
bro.
shit.
Just go
We're
off.
going to hell if you do it in church. That's fine.
But it's not a real church.
Yeah,
It's never
no.
been blessed. We're fine. They're going.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
Who cares? Yeah.
We're fine. They're fucked.
I don't know if that was the right one for
I'll
that.
take it.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'll take
count
it. I'll take it.
Break it up a bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. No, man.
dude, we're having fun.
So, like, what's been some of like your biggest shows? Like, what dragon are you like chasing? You know what I mean?
Man, shoot, that's a good question, dude. What dragon are you chasing? Like, so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. What high?
Man, it's always I'm trying to get. It'd be nice to get my foot in the comedy clubs, like obviously, and like get. You know, I'd like to get around as opposed to performing in front of people that are just waiting to go on, as opposed to people like actually there to see a show.
Yeah.
Like that would be. I think that's what all of our goals are.
Yeah.
So to speak. Man, it's tough to be like doing this all the time at like bowling alleys and like you know, like these mics and
Polish clubs.
Yeah. Oh, you did the Polish Swingers Club. I don't know. That was fuck you, Maverick. You know? He didn't tell me that place was a swingers club. Right?
Whoa!
So he has me hosting.
This is
man.
new. This is new.
And I'm up there hosting, and I'm just like, why are there so many upside down pineapples? I said it like out loud, and I'm like, why are all the couples in three? Motherfuck, Maverick, where the fuck are we? And above us, you could just hear polka music coming through the floor. That's a real place. I don't know if you
Polish
saw
swingers
it.
club?
I put there's a Polish
swinger
There's a
clubs?
swingers club below a polka dance hall.
Is anyone attractive?
I've never seen one.
Plead the
you know
fifth.
what I mean?
Plead the fifth
No,
on
I mean, no, they both picked. Yeah, no, they're good. I don't. This is why I cut my nose off to spite my face. You guys caught me. You guys, we don't like
you too for that.
we don't like drama, but are they ugly? Dude, I always have a saying, man. Like, if you're in an open marriage, like, and you're just like open to having women in the marriage, like, that's not being open. It's just having an ugly wife. You know, you know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
we used to call that cheating, but whatever. You know what I mean?
I only got into comedy to get over my masturbation habit, but the problem is there's no mics in the morning.
The mics are very phallic shaped. You know what I mean? Just constantly teasing my addiction. You know?
For real.
Just like
Yeah.
putting this in my face.
I can only edge for so long.
I go, there's no mics in the fucking morning. Thank God, right?
Yeah, for real.
Oh my God. Could you imagine having coffee with your jokes?
No.
Get out of here.
No.
Comics are just horny people in general. Imagine what they're all like in the morning. You know,
Terrible
just
people.
like-
Just
like
terrible.
Yep.
Sweatpants with their boners out.
7
It's like,
tabs
you know,
open on fucking DuckDuckGo.
You ever do that? You ever go pull up something on your phone? Just, hey, check this out. And it's just
Oh,
somebody
bro.
getting
Yo!
railed doggy style.
All right, for real,
happened
for
to
real. So when I first, thanks. When I first started having phone problems, like it was I think it was me, Damien,
and Martinez.
and Alex Martinez. And he was like, yo, you got to clear out space, blah, 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 blah. And Martinez just goes, and also stop watching that fucked up porn on your phone. And then so Damien goes like, open your phone right now. We'll clear some space. I open it up. First thing that comes up is Pornhub.
Man.
And I go, what? I was like, dude, you came at.
Wrong person to do it in front of.
I was
too.
like 40. I was like 405.
Yeah, don't do it in front of the tech guy, bro.
I was like
Alex
405
Martinez.
to 410. I was like 405 to 410. You know that's my crank sesh.
You know,
And I did not have time to close the tab before we started the pod.
Crazy work,
forget.
bro.
And I was just like, oh.
That is crazy
And I
work.
literally just canceled that. I was like, you have 17 new viruses on your phone.
Oh, shit.
And I was just
And he
exiting
had like
out.
65 tabs open.
Yeah, bro.
That's why his phone
I'm
doesn't
picky.
work.
I used to
I'm
sell
picky.
cars, so sometimes I would fucking leave it on. I'd go to pair a phone up to show somebody. They just be fucking yeah. That's the new,
The first thing I do when I get
the new
on my
Drake song. I
street,
don't know.
first thing I do when I turn onto my street is turn my Bluetooth off. I don't want to pull up to the house and have to connect to the Roku in the living room. The kids in there like, what is that? Braden's like, fuck yeah, Dad.
Shaka, dude.
Every time I type something with an S, it just fills out squirter. You know, the fuck.
This predictive text has gotten too real.
Also known as bed wreckers.
You know,
Just-
Oh.
bed wreckers. That's the worst.
Oh, man.
Gross. Joe Michael did not like
I
that one.
liked-
He
I
got a little
liked-
squeamish.
Yeah.
What's that? It's just a sign you're doing a good job. You know, it's
Hey.
a trophy.
Could you imagine how a woman would feel like she tells you she's a squirter, right? And then you bring her to the house, you lay down a plastic bag, and then you put the paper bag over her head.
Yeah,
Too bad. We are eco-friendly in
I
this
think
bad
that's
bitch.
probably where the double bagger term came.
Double bag.
People
Double
just
bag.
started putting 2 condoms on because they're retarded. You know,
Oh my God, we're going to hell.
that's for an ugly
We're going to
squirter,
hell.
dog. You know, what I mean?
Ugly square is crazy.
This message is not brought to you by Move the Mic Podcast.
It is brought to you by people with weird shaped dicks.
Oh my God. We're after 5 minutes, right?
We're after
Oh,
We're 5
cruising.
minutes
We're
in, right?
cruising, yeah. We're cruising. We did a good job. This is gonna be an easy edit.
Oh my God.
We did get dark there. That was a.
This is great.
I love that.
Wait, Maverick wasn't involved in that, was he?
Ew,
I just did his
dude.
roast.
Dark. It was dark.
I just did his roast the other day. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. Dude,
Yeah.
anything-
Well, that's how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah,
Like
anything
these-
goes, dude. That dude does everything. So like anything goes. It was fun, and a lot of people know him. So like, it was
Did he
fun.
get his clapbacks at the end?
Yeah, he did, but he turned it into like a freaking preaching speech like he does. I
Yeah.
love him, but he loves everybody. It was a 40-minute speech at the end of that. Yeah. I know Joey Boot is famous for a 7. But I love him. I love him. So Maverick, and then he had this huddle at the end. He was drunk, dude, and he was just like talking to us. I didn't get home till like 3 a.m. I was smelling like cocoa butter. My wife's like, "What the fuck?"
You came slipping through the door.
Oh,
just
dude, it was like, dude,
sideways.
I was in the park. Like, I was just like, Maverick wouldn't let me go. He's just like, "You're the fucking good," kind of. It's great for it. It's so awesome to have that as a comic and call him up and just be like, "Yo, I need to pick me up," and he will.
Nice.
So he's a great guy. So for sure, but he got his licks back in. He went down the list for sure.
Oh man,
There were some funny people like Terrence was there, and Nick Kelly was there.
Yep.
Like, he was there. Yeah, he got down anyway. Yeah.
Terrence actually took one of my jokes and ran with it and did probably much better than I would have.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It is on record too. He did use one of his shows.
yeah, he said it on the pod last time, and I wasn't expecting him to use it, but it was a Mav roast, and so he came to Pulaski Club, and I was like, "Oh, Terrence, you got to stay. I got something for you." And I told this bullshit Aflac joke before he left, and he goes, "Is that what I stayed for?" I go, "No," and then I told the Mav joke, and he goes, "All right, that's what I stayed for."
Oh,
He
yeah.
laughed. It's like,
he
"All
did
right."
really well. Obviously, he did really well. He bounced off the bend. Yeah, he did. He killed it for
Yeah,
sure.
his one-liners are insane.
Yeah, we got great talent around here, man. We just
Dude,
got
he's
to
wanting for sure. He's
get
he's
everybody
down.
together.
Who's a comic that you could see just like really blowing up in our area?
I like Joe, like I said, but I don't. It's hard to. Jeez, that's a good question. There's a lot of them. I think
That's a new one. We don't really ask.
Damn,
that.
Martinez is not right there. That's kind of fucked up.
that
bro.
dude's so bitter right now.
He's gonna be.
He's got to get some
salty.
pussy first.
Oh shit!
Sorry, Alex. Sorry.
He looked at the camera. That was great. That was good.
Fuck yeah.
He's Alex. He's working hard. He's for sure. But there's a lot of people that got like C.W. Davis is obviously making moves, and some of these guys are like, all right, you got to respect these people that come around. I don't get to see him much, but you can see some of the proud. I haven't seen him too much. Herlin took a huge jump, and he moved
did,
out
man.
to.
NYC.
Yeah, Herlin's. I was a big fan of his comedy. Respect to him for sure. Mike
crowd works
Bergeron, I was a big fan of his.
We've actually done, I think, more shows with Herlant than anybody else.
Yeah, he's been on most of just anything of
Yeah.
us coming up.
Yeah. Love him to death, man. He's a good kid.
Yeah, he worked hard too. Like it's hard to do that because it's I've seen people jump and I've seen people just disappear. So like it's like
That's scary.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know who else is. I'm drawing a blank. Juan Rosario is a great comic. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him.
No, we don't know one.
He was a big guy up in Keene in the area up there. He used to do some shows, but he's like really blowing up right now. There's a kid I pick, and God, I'm really good friends with him. It sucks I'm drawing a blank on his name. God,
Is it food?
No, this kid's really funny. I've had him. I've had him in a couple of Is it food?
That
Damn it.
literally just flew over my
flew
head.
over my
Yeah.
head, dude.
Yeah. That flew right over.
Nice. You got it. Have a drink of water. Settle down.
There you go.
Settle down, Tim. Settle down. I gotta get out to the Nook sometime. You guys,
You do. We party out there.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
you gotta
party
come
out
with
there.
your heat.
Yeah, fuck
Come
yeah.
with your
Play
shit
the
ready
hits.
to go.
When in doubt, play
Dude,
the
that
hits.
room
When
is
in doubt,
always
play the
packed,
hits.
bro.
Yeah.
Always mix in something new because there are returning audience members, and I mean they'll
Yeah.
still laugh at your like the hits and stuff that they've heard. You just got to deliver them differently.
Yeah.
Add something new. Add something physical to
We're
it.
lucky we have so many places like that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I said,
no, it's
you
an
know.
actual scene there. Like we're seeing people who have been coming, bringing new people,
Which is fun.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like over the dude, since really, I mean, I've only been doing comedy for 8-9 months now. Coming up on a year.
I think you're 9 to 10 now, ain't you?
May 28th was my first time doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
so
May
you're 10
too.
months
That'd be
in.
my 3 year.
You're,
Nice.
You're almost 10 months in.
Almost 10 months.
Congratulations.
And in that time, dude, like I've seen a lot of people who are coming in, staying. Like at first, it was like a flux of people, not too many. And then now it's like, people are staying in their fucking seats. They're bringing more people.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
becoming an actual scene over there, which is fucking awesome.
We were
'cause
also kind of
they're all
spoiled.
supportive.
We were kind of spoiled when the
We're
college
very
kids,
support. No, we're very spoiled over there.
where it's just like the college kids from Westfield State. They're right down the road.
Yeah.
You don't have anything better to do on a Thirsty Thursday? Come on down the Nook, watch them comedy for
man.
free.
Yeah, that
for
is
free, and it's easy to make college kids laugh.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I'm talking about? Where
Yeah.
it's just like talk about
You
sex.
talk about fucking a Barbie, and they're gonna.
Yeah,
laugh.
they're gonna fucking
Well, we all just
who
did
doesn't?
too, right? You know what I mean? I was like,
Who doesn't? So we
yeah, I
haven't-
got some Barbie fucking jokes. Note to
we all got them.
Yeah,
We all.
yeah,
Okay.
I don't. I got a 7-year-old daughter. I feel like that's not my lane right now. She's got a lot of Barbies.
Listen,
I
this
stay
happened-
away from them.
This happened when I was a kid. I had to prove a point to
Whoa.
my brother that I wasn't gay. My sister had a my-sized Barbie doll. My sister,
You created
my
it.
sister had a my-sized Barbie doll that she got for Christmas, and I raped that bitch. Just to prove a point that I wasn't gay.
It's funny. It's funny that you could make that girl do whatever you want, and you chose
Right.
You chose a scenario of rape. You know what
My
I mean?
brother-
Like, that's,
yeah, right. Well,
in my
she
head,
was-
this bitch is taking it hard. Like
she
that's,
was into it.
She was.
You just kept pulling the string. Yes, yes, yes.
But no.
Hours later.
Oh man, yeah. You only got to hit it once. So.
I like the double effect. The double effect's good.
Fucking. So, my sister had the Ken doll too. You know what I mean? But I
Did you make him watch?
I burned that motherfucker, dude.
I almost spit
Make
that drink
him
up.
walk.
You fuck.
Burn that motherfucker.
Can I use that?
That's
good.
Dude,
Made him fucking.
Clockwork
fucking
Orange
cucked him.
style.
You
You know what I
cucked
mean? Tie him up and shit.
what you
Get.
put him on the cuck chair in the corner. Just fucking.
You could do it. You could do it over and over again if we were ever serious. This is-
It's okay, right? Because it's an inanimate object.
It always starts that way. You know what I mean? It always starts that way.
You know what's fucked up is one night I was just writing shit down as we do in a show, and I was a little tipsy, and then the next day I'm looking through my joke book, and I wrote down, "It's not sex trafficking if they're not from Earth."
Yeah, there's some wordplay in there somewhere too. I don't know. Yeah, that's not sexual. I like that, bro.
It was good in the
The
moment.
fucked up
I gotta
part is
figure
that
it
is
out.
like we're gonna have to, like, if that happens, they're gonna have to make that law. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm telling
And
you.
then that joke just won't be funny. It just, I mean, I was just telling it. That's when you know you're old. You know?
I'll be the first one to get
I'm
hung
Donald
for.
Trump, and I approve this.
Oh
message.
Jesus! Yeah.
You created a monster with that.
I'll be the first one to get hung for comedy in like 1,000 years. That's great.
And then, yeah, they'll pull you up. Like they did John Wayne, you know, racist after he died. This motherfucker believed in raping aliens before.
You should have seen what he did to AI.
Yeah, he did it, yeah.
You just rocking grok real quick. Just give me.
Everybody's
Rock
like, yeah,
hard for
AI's
grok.
learning from us. I'm like, dude, it's fucked then.
Yeah,
you know what I
for
mean?
real,
Like,
bro.
You say it's gonna take, it's just gonna mellow out and even out. I've seen this happen to everybody. You know what I mean? Like, we're all in this to party. Like, it's just gonna be like, oh, we're just gonna get right here. People like you if you're stupid, actually. You know, you don't even need to try hard. That's for
Dude.
somebody else. Like, it's-
How cool would AI end up being if we all? You remember, like back in the day, like anybody who does psychedelics, it's like we all go through this moment. It's like if everybody could just trip all at the same time.
Yes, we do.
Dude, if we actually did that, what would it do to AI? You know
yeah,
what I mean?
well, America's doing it. Like that's 100% what's
But if
happening.
we all
We're tripping. We're tripping.
at the same time, I think we would literally begin like the Akashic records. You know, like we would fucking kick it into hyperdrive, bro. We're gonna open a time portal into the fucking abyss of time and
Dude,
space.
I'd love to listen to that
Oh.
Kanye album.
That's it.
That's dude. That's fire, bro. That's fire.
She took my money.
We were going down a portal there. This kid was in the zone.
I totally was, bro.
Sorry, that's my.
That's amazing.
Dude, I just channeled the muse.
The
You know what I mean?
muse.
I got a lot of friends that are really into psychedelics and DMT.
Yeah?
One of the guys I first started comedy with, his name's Ryan LaPointe, actually. He was one of the first person that got me to go to an open mic.
Hell
So
yeah.
Shout out to him anyway. So we all have that friend that kind of pushes you.
Yeah.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah, man. He'll be watching for sure. But man, he's wicked into some of those things. You know?
Nice.
And he's a combat veteran, you know. So like he Probably needs it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They still in, so he flirts with the line there.
Nice.
Double dipping. Double dipping.
He gave somebody his DMT pen the other night, and she shit all over his couch. And just like rolling in it and just being like, "It's
Holy
so nice."
fuck.
Like, yeah. I was like, I would note to self.
That's
I won't
crazy.
Do that, you know.
That's crazy.
You guys,
Dude.
are you into the chemicals and things like that? Do you
I've
do that?
I've done a bit of DMT, LSD in my day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've washed blotter.
He just raises his hand.
I've washed blotter.
Yeah. Okay.
It's. Do you know what I'm?
Yeah. I can't.
Do
No.
you know
I'm
what
just. I'm going to let you talk.
Okay. So, imagine
just
like
let
a.
him go. You know?
He gets so mad.
I can't question it. I haven't.
He hasn't been there.
He's passionate about it. You know?
It's fine. So imagine like a Tupperware, right? Like a big one, like this big, about yay deep, right?
Yeah.
And it's full, about inch and a half of liquid LSD. And what you do is you take a sheet of blotter and you set it on, and then you submerge it. You pull it back out. Well, when you do this with your bare hands, obviously you're submerging your whole hand, both hands, in acid. You ever heard of a thumbprint? You
Yeah,
do it at
yeah.
a show, fucking, or drip one in your eye. That's a dose.
Yeah, the kids that I grew up with used to put liquid acid in their
I've
eye.
soaked both of
I
my
have seen
hands
that.
completely in liquid acid.
I didn't know it worked with your hands, but it makes
Dude,
sense.
anywhere.
I've never seen anybody.
It's gonna go through your body.
We
Through
never
your
were
membrane.
balling enough to have like a pan of liquid acid. Like, who the fuck's got like a whole jar? Like
A brownie
I've
tray.
seen jars.
You ever
of it, like,
heard of
people
like
pick on you
Shakedown
about
Street?
the wood furnace or whatever.
You ever heard of Shakedown Street, man?
Yeah. Well, my wife,
Grateful Dead family?
My wife's really big into that and fish and all that stuff. I'm not. I came from like a different.
There was a period of time where I was very close with some Grateful Dead families.
I definitely got exposed to it later. Yeah.
Dude,
I'm
I've
big into
literally experienced the ocean of consciousness. And then I experienced the realm of the unfathomable. It's the only way I can describe it. It's literally that part of our brain that we cannot access. The part of consciousness, the concept of I don't know what it is. That is in an embodiment, like an actual space. And dude, when you experience that, there's no you, there's just awareness, and even that is just fucking. You're just hanging on, dude.
I feel stupid now. I mean,
Hanging on, dude.
I feel stupid.
Literally, the only thing that kept me alive, I think, was the vibration of Earth. Like, that's swear to God.
I've been there.
I was in the fetal position on the ground.
That's
for
totally
hours,
been there. That's where I was before you guys sent me the message. Actually. What? They want me to do a podcast? Yeah. Somebody like me? Hey, I gotta go.
That's awesome, man.
That's great.
I've been there. I just missed the first part of it. The consciousness.
He was still vibrating with the earth.
Yeah, no, I felt that. Yeah, definitely.
Sitting on the Sibian of life. That's
Yeah.
what it is. That's what it's called. The Sibian of life.
Hit it. No, not.
Gay. And he hit the cops. He hit the cops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting on the Sibian of life. That's going to be the episode name.
No. Come
Stone in
on.
the Sabian of life.
Clearly,
Now
the
we
name
found
of the episode is going to be
Go ahead.
Jazzman's a bitch.
I used to say it. So, like I said, Alex and I would have bets, right? And I'll let you know who my pick is. His pick is still very active, so like, we'll keep it.
Hey.
Anyway, and he would go out, be like, tonight's his night. He's gonna tell a joke, and he go up and start doing that fucking bullshit rhyming bullshit or whatever.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't even remember.
I don't know.
That's funny too, because like there's sometimes like we'll see a new comic, he'll maybe like 2, 3, 4
my
mics
God,
in.
and it's all TikTok and fucking reels.
Yeah,
and-
but remember that one time that we were like,
so
hey, maybe
annoying.
he's good. And then he started going into the TikTok stuff. And we were just
Yeah.
like, we looked at each other and be like, sorry. We would never pick a horse like you guys were doing. You guys are picking horses to see with the cross the finish line, but we'd be like, hey man, maybe there's something there. And then to go say some fucking
It
bullshit.
was my fault. Like I said, it was more me than it was Alex even because
Yeah.
he liked this particular comic. And I just was like, why? Like, I was like, fine, then I like Jazzman.
it blows my mind.
Plus 500, plus 500.
It's just like just to show you the level you're at. You know what I mean?
Right. It's crazy. Like we're in such a rich area of comedy, but we do
people talk
have
about
we
it.
do have a lot of Brendan Schaubs around. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
well, also, like, if you're a comic and you're immersed in comedy and you hear somebody just ripping somebody else's joke and be like, dude, we've heard Andrew Schultz say that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
who am I
that's
to
just
judge?
clicked in your
was-
head. That's just
Yeah.
clicked in your head.
Who
was-
am I to judge? It's just like
There
my
was,
opinion.
I'll
on some
say it.
things,
There was
too,
a
so-
guy who was doing some stuff that I hadn't heard before. It was kind of witty, and then I look at him. I'm like, all right, there's something here, and then immediately we get his last 4 minutes was a literal conversation that came out on Matt and Shane's
Oh,
Secret
yeah.
Podcast,
I do remember that.
which is one of the biggest podcasts.
Yeah.
And
One of
it
the
was
biggest.
4 days, literally 4 days. It came out, 4 days before the fucking the mic where he's up there.
Yeah.
It's like he asked AI to summarize their fucking half-hour
Literally-
conversation,
I see people hack bits all the time.
and it's
dude.
like, bro,
All the
He's
time.
at the bar. He was at the bar, and I literally asked him. I was like, "You watch Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast?"
Yeah, Bulldog.
He's like, "Yeah, I watched it." I was like, "Did you
he
see
change?
this
Like,
episode?"
you could see his body probably
Oh yeah.
change when you
I was like,
asked
"Did you
him.
see
yeah.
this episode?" He's like, "No, I haven't watched it." I'm like, "It's this one right here." They spend almost 40 minutes.
You had anybody
About
steal one of your
exact-
jokes?
No, not yet. I think people are scared of me.
I've had a
I think it's something about this.
Why the fuck?
Dude, that's a joke.
Like, yeah, buttons is paid. That's great.
No, but I mean, also your stuff is so unique to you. You know what I'm talking about? Like if
True, yeah,
Like if
yeah,
someone
you
walked
can't
up there and
take
was
my
just like,
shit.
"Hey, my mother's therapy dog," blah 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 blah.
Hey, come on.
Yeah,
chill
no, there's the
fuck
thing
out.
is parallel thinking.
I didn't say the punch.
Chill the fuck out.
I didn't say
bro.
the punch.
This guy's never seen my shit.
I see people hack bits all the time.
Yeah.
I really do. I saw somebody do like a whole Patrice O'Neill bit one time.
How does it make you feel?
Looking for a missing white lady out in the ocean, you know. And I'm just
Does
like,
that
but
piss
everybody
you
was
off?
just like, yeah, and they were like hyping on it. I'm like, God damn it, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I stayed the last like 2 weeks writing this shit. Like, who am I? Because I should have just like redone, you know. That's the part that makes me mad.
Yeah, I mean, I've had comics call me Al Borland before, trying to like roast me. That's how I started my shit.
Yeah.
Roasting myself. Yeah, I know.
That's
I
a
look
compliment,
like fucking
though,
Al
kinda,
Borland.
you know, like,
I know
I
I look
guess
like
it-
Al Borland. I know I look
Is
like
he
all
the
these
like
fucking-
one, the
Home Improvement.
one dad from the '90s who wasn't a rapist, or is that?
Yeah, he also got bitches. He also got
Shout out
bitches.
to Heathcliff Huxtable.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
That's a deep dive right there for you.
You gotta wonder though. Like, he didn't write any songs afterwards. Like,
I know. He
you know,
kind of
like,
went
maybe
quiet.
maybe that's why he's out now. You know what I mean? Dude, he should have turned it down a little
Right.
bit. R. Kelly should have turned it down.
I know. At some point, you gotta just know.
you.
Whoa! Come on! Don't get us copyrighted.
Drip, drip, drip.
Enough.
You're allowed 3 seconds. I think that's what it is.
I think they expanded it to 7.
Right?
I'm gonna piss.
That's
in your
enough.
I got 2 more.
No, don't fucking do this to me, Eric. Don't fucking do this.
Oh man. Yeah. No. What a wild fucking life we live.
What's the last comedy special you've watched?
Oh God, good question. I gotta watch the Andrew Schultz one. I watched
Great. Phenomenal.
oh frig, what's his name? The dark guy. They're all dark.
That's a New Hampshire ass thing to say.
Yeah. That dark fella. What's his name there?
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, he does all the dancing there. I know Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I meant
yeah.
dark as in humor.
Yeah,
Like,
okay,
let's
okay.
Oh,
get
that
our
makes
brains
sense.
back off the swastikas.
I was just thinking of Mav.
No, I got you. No, we started that way. For sure. He's heavy. he's heavy on the mind. He does, man. He's dark, bro.
Yeah, so Anthony Jeselnik. Yeah, I didn't watch his special, but I know he's a
watched-
master. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good special for sure. Yeah, I watched that one. I watched Stanhope's new one recently.
I didn't watch that one.
It's on
haven't seen it
YouTube.
yet.
It's weird. He posted it in a video where it's like on an old school black and white TV.
Ooh.
So like you watch it through a black and white TV. It's kind of
Did
weird.
did you see the whole beef between like Jeselnik and Joe Rogan there for a little bit?
I don't. I'm not too. No, I didn't.
Yeah, they were.
That's a good place to have a beer. Yeah, that's a dish.
Yeah, Jeselnik was going after Rogan for a
Oh, I
little
see.
bit, and basically calling him a hack and using his money to foster a fake comedy career, and it was kind of like wild. You should check it out.
Yeah,
and then
there's-
Rogan was just like, "What?
Yeah.
Okay, dude. Have a good one."
I mean,
He's definitely got a bigger podcast than his comedy. Like I get, there's something to that. but
You say that,
his
but
comedy is
then
still great.
when you look at the fact that
That
his
podcast
his
is like the
live
biggest
his
one
live
ever, though.
special had almost 2 million people tuned in.
For sure. Yeah. No, I'm
And,
not taking away from his
like-
comedy, but it's just to speak on the level of how great that podcast is. Like
Yeah.
it's
Oh, my
hard.
God,
It'd be hard to surpass that with anything.
Yeah.
Candace
So-
Owens did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got the biggest podcast in the world now.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's got the biggest podcast. In the
Yeah,
world?
man. She's
Dude,
she
Candace Owens?
she. So you know how Rogan got big originally?
Yeah.
Was that he was on his podcast saying wild shit.
Yeah.
He was saying the stuff that you would read on 4chan, right? Well, Candace Owens is now taking the shit that we all heard on 4chan and doing like week-long deep
That's that same guy, like
investigations.
Kyle Kirk guy or whatever. Is that the same guy? Is that
Charlie
him?
Kirk?
Charlie Kirk. Is it-
No, he's a political speaker. Candace Owens.
Doesn't she do stuff with him from time to time? Or
I
no?
don't know if they have particularly, but she was on Theo Vaughn's podcast,
That's a good podcast.
and dude, oh my god, yeah,
Yeah.
and man, she won me over, dude. The way she describes like looking through the JFK files and like doing deep, and when she goes and does a podcast, she's not just talking shit that she read. She's doing like real investigative podcasts, going deep on subjects, and I think that's fucking
Rogan
sick.
kind of shoots from the hip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he
bro
kinda-
science.
Yeah, it kind of is. That's kind of what makes it what it is. I'm not like a huge fan. I'll watch it when there's somebody on it, like I want to see or whatever. But I mean, even like that Cat Williams, Shannon Sharp.
Oh
one,
my
That was
God.
like the biggest podcast of the year. Like
Yeah, well, it
one
definitely
episode
was.
that just like blew up. So you never know where it's gonna happen. That's the other thing about it. So Rogan's just consistent, just like water. He just keeps going, and I don't know when that'll ever stop. He's like that new modern age, like Larry King.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he's
you,
gonna be up there all wrinkled, just interviewing people.
Howard Stern just like doing his damn. Howard Stern loved his job, and I feel like that's the same thing with Joe.
Yeah.
Where it's just like he loved potting.
But I wouldn't. It
not
wouldn't be
potting,
surprised.
but
I
he
wouldn't be
loved
surprised if somebody had a bigger
series.
podcast for sure. But it's cool. The love it
it's
gives
probably
the
not going to stay there forever. You know what I mean? She's definitely riding on the whole political wave of our nation right now, for sure.
yeah, it's a wave for sure.
It's a wild ride.
Everybody, my dad says, "Buckle your chin strap." You know?
I feel like, I feel like
That's
we're
what he said.
definitely.
As soon as Trump won, buckle your damn chin strap, buddy. It's in. Like we're going.
Yeah. I feel like we're at that moment of that movie Interstellar. You ever seen it?
Yes,
That movie
dude.
Interstellar when they're on the water world and they see the fucking wave.
The
coming.
mountains.
No, we're at the point now in time
We
where
see
you
the wave.
see the wave.
We're hitting
where he's
buttons.
like, yeah, he's like, get back to the get back. You know what I mean? And she's
You're
like,
a sucker.
There's a dumb
You're a
Instagram
sucker.
page that tracks the timing on that. It's only been like 15 minutes on that planet since the movie came out or
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah. That movie's awesome.
It's
like,
so
yeah,
good,
it
dude.
changed. Yeah, no, anyway. That's
wa-
as close as I came to your tripping moment. was
I
like
watched it
That
on acid.
movie. When he goes behind the wall, I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
I was on 16 doses of LSD that night.
Jesus Christ.
We watched Interstellar and then the last 4 Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Dun, 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 dun.
But Interstellar
What
is
a
when
fucking- yeah.
I started climbing, started going up, transcending up when they were getting close to the black hole.
Interstellar's like, fuck, 4 hours.
Yeah, dude.
It's like as long as all those pirate movies.
Yeah, bro.
That's the other part of that.
I was like peaking. I was peaking like when he was when what's her name, the Dr. Mann or whatever, not Dr. Mann, the woman, when she started touching herself, from the other side.
You're not describing this movie well. I'm like,
Bro,
when the Dr. Man started touching herself, you gotta check this shit out.
He goes like this. He goes like this.
Tripping sack, bro. Dr. Man's up there touching herself like this.
Well, when she goes through the higher dimension and she's like, that moment, I was peeking, and it was a very awesome.
So was she.
experience.
She was.
Apparently.
She was peeking, all right.
Apparently.
That's how I experienced it.
Shout
that
out to
movie.
Heathcliff Huxtable. You know?
That's great. That's funny as shit. Dude, those Pirates movies must have been wild.
Oh, they're beautiful, man.
All the words to describe them. Beautiful's not one.
Cinematically, bro.
Cinematic.
You don't think?
I don't know.
Fucking the shit growing on the faces and like
I guess.
Part
so.
of the crew, part of the ship.
oh, what's the one with the one with the demon dude? Oh fuck, I forget his name.
Javier Bardem.
No, no. The actual with his daughter who was impersonating Jack Sparrow at the beginning of the movie, and then it's her dad is Blackbeard. Thank you.
Yeah, so-
he runs his ship with a fucking flaming sword and shit.
Yeah, I get
Dude,
I think it was Javier Bardem that played him.
It's sad he's not going to do any more of them.
is that the actor?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about an actual
No.
pirate.
No.
That guy is a fucking real life pirate.
Yeah, no.
Yo, his parents were drinking
Pirates.
some mead. my man.
We're real pirates.
They were drinking mead. Javier Bardem. That's a pirate's name, bro.
It is. He played. He played the.
There's other buttons. Joe.
I like that he just knows where that one is.
He
Though.
only knows a couple now.
Creature of habit. Dude.
Skim through them for a while.
No, he played the serial killer in No Country for Old Men.
it is him. Yeah.
Yeah, Javier Bardem.
No, it
Oh,
ain't.
that's a
It's
good
not
one,
him.
too.
No, Javier Bardem plays another guy. He plays in the Poseidon one. He's the one, the water dude. Not Davy Jones, but the other guy. That's not him. We're
dude
talking.
that's
He's
like-
an older dude. It's Blackbeard is the character.
Oh yeah, no, I know. what you're
If
talking
our
about. I am
producer
wrong.
could,
I am wrong.
What is he doing on his phone? Bro, the computer. This fucking guy.
Don't
All
fucking-
right, we've
don't fucking
wasted
do
way
this.
too much time
Talking
on
about
this.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
We've wasted way too much time.
Can't waste time.
Crazy, man. I'm sorry for that. You know what I mean?
No,
We get off the
It
rails.
goes hand in hand with your LSD. It really does. Like, it does.
Yeah. The
I
walls-
watched him too. I definitely. Not a huge fan of.
I
him.
probably shouldn't work on ladders. To be
I
honest.
probably shouldn't work.
Guy cracks his neck one time and he goes back to the fucking future.
It happens. Back to the Future. I love that. No, it happens. I like every now and then. It does maybe like.
I just had a
once
friend
year,
that broke
dude.
his back.
no
He's
shit.
sterilized now. Yep.
Fucking put
Yeah,
that
no,
on
I'm
me,
not
bro.
trying to put it out. Fuck. He was.
Gonna touch
he
my
was-
rock.
He was a very risky individual.
Goddamn cum rock.
Yeah.
We're more than 5 minutes in. I can say cum rock.
Come rock. Come rock. Oh, it's a come rock. That's what
Yeah,
Wait
don't
till
pet
you
that
see
thing.
the last episode.
God bless it. I don't know how you got the cum rock with T-Mac. Yeah. I will
Oh,
put it.
he's a very clean comic. Dude,
Except he's not.
can you handle this for a second? I gotta piss.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's
Sweet.
Alex told me you guys all took pisses.
Yeah, no, we rotate. We rotate out the room. No, for sure.
I'm gonna hold that shit. I'm a gladiator.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm a camel right now. I can hold it forever.
Oh yeah.
I went before we started, but no, freaking So like, dude, who's like some of your mentors coming up? Like, really, like taught you, like, not took you under their wing, but like, hey, took you aside after like maybe something went sideways. But like, hey, that was funny. Don't quit. Keep it going.
Man, it's funny that you say that because that's kind of what we work for. Now,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Alex is a big one. Maverick, obviously, always gives me a pep talk. He was probably the first one There's a JB Allen. You guys know JB?
No, I don't know JB.
Yeah, he's a
Joey Buttons knows him.
Yeah, man. He's a crazy guy. He for some reason he met me and he just always sends me up. Like I'll be down, he'll pick me up. Like for sure. Heather Smith has helped me out a few times for sure. Like
Friend of the pod, love Heather.
Yeah. She shout out to her. There's been a couple times where I've been too dark. I actually just did a podcast or like an online interview with a guy, and we didn't get along at the end.
Really?
Yeah, dude. And
What happened there?
He said he was like, I asked him for copies of the video, so I could promote it.
Yeah.
I want to make clips and promote everything so people would watch it. And he's just like, honestly, I really wasn't impressed with your effort for like a comic of 3 years. You should. And I was just like, okay. I kept being like, okay. Like, and then he finally just kept going. I was just like, honestly, I was just trying to match your lame jokes, bro. Like,
I love that, dude. Clap back.
Yeah, and then he's
Clap
just like,
back.
you'll never be on that show again. I was just like, whatever, dude. They caused me so much stress. I'm good with this. Like, so.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, that's the cutting your nose off to spite your face kind of stuff. Like, I should have just let it go. Like, it wouldn't have done me any harm to just keep saying okay, but I couldn't do it. Like,
All right, Joey Buttons got Blackbeard.
We're
Almost.
back to Pirates. Back to Pirates.
All right. So it's
There he is.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that guy.
There he is. Yep.
this is a good feature, man.
Right?
Yeah, that was intense. Thanks for that. All right,
Nice. We're back.
So, what
You're
the fuck
pissed?
were you guys talking about?
No, we're just talking about his mentors and like all that stuff, and
Oh hell yeah!
who really pumps him up. And,
Yeah, my buddy out, Ryan LaPointe, out in Oklahoma.
Nice.
He's a big. I spent a lot of hours with him on the phone. I mean, he was the first one that like, you're funny. There's like stages of being funny. You're like funny to your family. You're funny to your friends. Like, I joined the army. I started being funny to people that like couldn't even speak my language. So people like, all right, like this, maybe you should start. And my buddy Ryan was just like, dude, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. He was just always pushing. And he lived in Connecticut and I lived in New Hampshire. And he's like, I'm going to a mic. I'm signing your name on the list. You should be there. If not, you're a pussy. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And
Yeah.
that mic happened to be Mavericks,
Nice.
kind of thing. So that all kind of wrapped up
That's
together.
awesome,
But
man.
yeah, and that's like, he pushed me. So he's like a big mentor. He does it out in Oklahoma too. So
Nice.
he's people like that. My sister helps me out. My she was like when I was younger, she used to help me put comedy shows on for her as like a kid.
Ah,
So stuff like
that's
that.
wicked cool.
Like, yeah, like that's a lot of these comics do, but we all, like you said, it's a strong network. So like any given night, like anybody will pull you aside and be like, "Yo, that was awesome."
Yeah.
Or like it's cool to get like a props like that from those people that you didn't even know were paying attention, and they're just like, I had Mo Green give me one time. That was
Always
cool.
feels good.
So, stuff like that. Way back when I first started, I've never had anybody tell me to stop. I guess really. So
Hell
that's
yeah.
really what I'm on. Like nobody's been like, you should just fucking go back to whatever it was.
Well,
you
this
did."
is why we brought you here. No, I'm kidding.
Like, everybody come in here. We got
Intervention.
Come on. I'm sorry. I just had to do it. For that.
Oh man.
Do you ever find like your military service like shapes your comedy?
Do I try to avoid it.
Really? Why?
I don't know why. Honestly, I wasn't. I don't know. I like people to find out about it later.
Yeah.
I want people to know and then be like, "Oh fuck, you were in the army."
Yeah.
That kind of shit. That's kind of one of my things.
Like that guy looks like a total pussy.
Yeah. I'm down with that. Like that's blind.
How did he judo chop Larry so fucking fast?
I never kicked down doors and stuff. Not everybody's like a rampant hero or whatever.
Yeah.
I just did my time and got out. So like, it,
Bro, it's crazy. I've said this before on the pod. It is so funny how often military people without knowing it, liken the military experience exactly the same to the prison experience.
Dude, it is, except for he volunteered for it. You know what I mean? The big green weenie fucks us all, bro.
Big green weenie. I love that.
Dude. My military career wasn't great, dude. There's not a lot of medals on my uniform, for sure. You know what I mean? Like I figured out pretty quick I probably shouldn't have been there. Like, I made a lot. I hung out in a motor pool. I made a lot of jokes. Like that was that. Like it was not a fun time. It was not like the commercials. Boot camp was fucking awesome.
Do your sergeants like not like you? You fucking.
Some of them did, some of them didn't. Like again, because like to cut my, I just couldn't keep my mouth shut to save my. And on top of that, my dad is a retired drill sergeant and sergeant major, so he's an E9, and it's like a sergeant major's son is like pretty much like a cop's son. Like I was just a dick. Like I really wasn't scared of this stuff. I knew the system, so I was always just messing with it and bucking it. And that was just what I liked to do.
What was your favorite MRE?
Oh, dude, Chili Mac, without a doubt, dude. Chili Mac's delicious.
That does sound
And
good.
if you had MRE on your bingo cards for things of Eric to bring up, you
Food, food, you got it.
Hill's ready to eat, bro. Damn you, country captain! You ever had that one? That one's the worst, dude.
Did you guys ever like mix your like different MREs up together, make like a whole new different plate? Like you got
Oh, you would trade and stuff like that. It's just
Yeah.
like prison and things. I'm sure. Yeah, 100%. That's
wild.
MRE, it depends on where you're at. Like, if you're eating in a group, a lot of times you're just eating when you have time. So you're just like piecing it to like whatever you got in your pocket. Like they were big too. So sometimes you would open your MRE up and like put it in your pocket, so it didn't like you could just all the pieces would fit better in your cargo pants and like the whole. So you just eat it in pieces.
Pocket full of
Nice.
Chili Mac.
Fuck yeah, that shit's good. That shit's good as fuck. If you ever come across,
Got
have you
that
had
thing
it?
on me. Got that thing on me.
Chili Mac's good, dude. Chili Mac. I got a bunch of them in my house. Wish I would have known. Next time, I'll bring one.
fuck yeah,
Yeah,
dude. Bring
dude.
it.
We'll cook
eat
up
it
a,
right in here.
we'll cook
bro.
up a
Hell
Chili
yeah.
Mac, dude. You thought the cigarettes made this place smell.
Bro, I'll bring some
The
fucking
post and
ramen.
of the after, dude. You'll be baking brownies in there.
I'll bring some chili no beans. Some
Hey.
motherfucking- We'll make a whole. I'll bring a bag of Doritos. We'll make a whole motherfucking break.
That was
right
a
there on
great
the table.
question. What's your favorite MRE? You gotta just ask every a veteran that. You could find out real quick. If,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah,
what's
he
your
does.
favorite MRE?
He does.
That's my thing. That's my thing.
I never even thought about that, but Chili Mac.
No, it was really funny because I knew. So like Damien obviously told me that he was in jail once, and I. Yeah, clip that. But yeah, so.
Why the fuck you lying?
But no, he came in one time with this thing of ramen, and he goes, "Yo, what you got in the fridge?" He opened it up. He took some mustard and ketchup and squirted it inside. He goes, baby," and I go, "For real?" I was like, and he just, and it was spicy mustard too. He goes, "Ooh, you got the good shit."
Canteen wasn't empty.
It's always full, bro. I ain't never
funny as
hungry. You
hell.
know what I'm saying?
It was funny as hell.
It's not. They're not far separated. You're right.
Yeah.
That's,
It's a very interesting parallel.
yeah. No, and it's like you're always at rock bottom when you go there.
And it's funny that like 80% of people that both leave military and the prison are forever addicted to drugs.
They do seem to go synonymously.
Right.
hand in hand.
Yeah, for sure.
Combine that with our like early dare training, you know, where they just gave us the catalog. This is what takes care of these feelings. You know what I mean? Now either go off to war or whatever. You know.
Yeah,
like-
I have a very close family member, Eric Cavanis. He was involved with the Operation Desert Storm back in the early 90s.
yeah.
And he was involved in a roadside bombing where he lost his right arm and most of his rib cage. He's alive today, but he actually has a prosthetic arm and shit now. It's fucking dope. But he is just crippled with fucking Xanax addiction. And as you know, with Xanax, you can't just fucking stop it; you'll die.
Yep.
And he's way beyond fucking being able to come back. So that sucks, to see
Friend of
that
the pod.
happen because he's an incredible
A
guy.
lot of those drugs and stuff like that were created because of the military and things
I know.
like that.
Yeah.
So that's the sad part about it. You had to like have your that's a scary place. The same as prison. Yeah, for sure. It wasn't my cup of tea. It wasn't like the commercials.
Well, I'm glad that you were in there fucking with the system and not just being a fucking
Yeah, man,
cuck.
I wasn't. Yeah, no, I wasn't. There's not a lot of medals on my chest. At some point, as my writing progresses, it will be a big part of my act. I just don't
Nice.
want to spoil it, I guess, is what
Yeah.
it is. I got some really good perspectives in the stories. It's not straight down the middle, so it's gonna. I don't know how to get. You got to get people like on your side sometimes before
Yeah.
you tell these like dark
Oh, of course, yeah.
things. I've gone in too hard sometimes and learned that lesson the hard way. I've got tons of things like that I got to work out. So as we go along in life, I got to figure out how to like soften them up, harden them up, whatever, you know.
What do you think your biggest crowd's been?
No, in town, it'd probably be my Swansea shows. I had 100+ people at those
That's
shows.
awesome, man.
Yeah, I
Hell
really did. That was the turnout for that was amazing. It was cool because a lot of those people probably didn't even like me, and then they found out I was a comic, and they're just like, "Oh, this makes sense. This kid's just been talking shit to us for the last 20-something years. So this actually, he's not a dick. He's just funny." Like, so and people, it was cool to see that, and there's still an outpour for that. I try not to do them too much. I only do like 1 or 2 a year because there's, I don't want to like smash it. It's just something I want to do every now and then. Bring some people up I like, hang out, drink, do a show, and people turn out for it. That's probably one of the biggest shows I've ever done for sure. Alex did a big one with Detroit Reed one time. I was in that. There was a lot of people there. That was a big show.
Nice, dude.
The Portland, Maine Comedy Festival. I did that. There was a couple of big events. One of them was like a bowling alley, and there was nobody there. But there was one at a bar that was just packed to the wall.
Hell yeah.
I don't think a lot of them knew there was comedy, but that's like part of our.
Here it goes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's a real test. Like if you can get them to start paying attention, you're finding out like what you're messing with, and like that's cool. So yeah. That show in Worcester was big. There's probably 70 people at that show in Worcester, and it was the day we got that 15-inch snowstorm.
Fuck.
So, like, I got to believe if it was a regular day, that place would have been wall. Like, 2 kills. They were, like, selling mushrooms and weed and everything there. It was lit. Like,
Classic Worcester.
Yeah. Worcester's lit. For
Classic
like, in
Worcester.
different, whatever. For that aspect of it, there's a lot of drugs there, for sure.
That's for sure.
There's a lot of drugs there.
So, can we play a little game?
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I want to. No.
Last time somebody pre said this to me, I ended up.
You got to. Oh, he's got to pee. All right. So, Eric and I are going to ask you. It's a game of questions. We're going to try to figure out what you do for a living. It has nothing to do with the screen.
Why'd I go there like a cat?
Joey Buttons totally thought we were going to play the word game.
You picked up a
Yeah, I know. Oh,
it's
shit.
like,
Now
oh,
I'm
no.
hitting the wrong buttons. Like,
Joey Buttons
been a
totally
while.
thought we were going to play the word game right now.
yeah, so fucking. All right. I want to figure out. We haven't asked you what you do for a living, but we do know some things about you. Now, I think if we each ask no more than 5 questions, we should be able to figure out what he does. Right?
Yeah.
So a total of 10 questions. And if we can't figure out what he does, then we give him $500.
Okay.
But if we figure out what he does, he gives us each $200.
I'm in. This is a new game.
It's a new game.
It's a brand new game. I'm coming up with it right now.
I like that.
You are part of history, my friend.
All right, move the mic history. I'm in it.
See that right
All
there?
right.
That could be yours.
So
I know.
let's work this out.
might be
We know he's from New Hampshire.
Yep.
Right outside of Keene.
Yep.
Okay. We know that he has a family. Mm-hmm. So he obviously has to have a decent job. He said his wife
Makes great money.
makes great money, so we know it's not an important job. Okay?
He's cooking.
I'm with you.
Go ahead. Ask him the first question.
All right. Are you a blue collar worker?
Yeah.
Do you work in construction?
No.
Okay.
That was
That's
very-
one each.
Okay.
Look at how he.
All right, here. Do you work? Oh, fuck. So he's blue collar,
Yeah.
not in construction.
And it's not important.
Are you a landscaper like me?
no, but I'm looking for one of those.
Damn
jobs,
it.
all right?
Um,
You're close. I'm sniffing at it.
you're not a landscaper, but
Like how we got to keep track.
blue collar.
I've had two. I've had two. I've had two. He's got one.
But okay, so you're not a landscaper. Do you work with people? Like, all right, let me round that up. Do you work with customers?
No.
No customers.
All right. What piece of machinery do you work with the most? That was a good one.
That is a good one.
That was a good one.
It's gonna give it away, I think.
I think
But
so.
you got to answer it.
Probably a water pump.
A water pump.
Probably a water pump. Compressor kind of thing.
Dead air. Keep.
Do you work
They're close, but I don't think that's actually going to throw
It's
them
not
off. more than
construction
they
either. It's not construction. Oh. Are you a salesman?
think. No, I used to be. I used to be.
Used to
not a
be.
salesman.
Used to be a
Got fired.
salesman.
It's not,
Got
has
fired.
Works with a water pump.
Fired from that job. Fired from that job.
Blue collar. Works with a water. Works with a water pump. Works with a water pump.
works with a water pump. He's man. I feel like we gotta stop saying it's not important because it's his job and he probably just hates his life.
No.
I'm kidding. Maybe it is important to some, and it might be important to us.
It is important to some. I'll give you that. It is important to some. People thank people. I'll give you a free one. People thank me for my job every day. I do it.
Pumping water every day.
I'm gonna ask another question because I think I'm onto something. During tragic.
Either you had one of those acid things again.
No.
He got an idea.
It just hit me. We're all just sitting here like
You look like Chappelle there for a minute.
going full Stephen Hawking.
You sell crack.
Does your job get harder after a terrible event?
Oh yeah,
I think I'm
Can.
onto something, brother.
can.
Wait, okay, it can get hard. That just threw
Water
me
pump,
up.
terrible event.
Water pump,
Can.
terrible event. Blue collar, but he's not a construction worker.
Yeah.
That throws you
But he
as a-
said we're
How can
onto
you be blue
something.
collar and not
Hey,
build
but he-
construction?
Hey, but he said we're onto something with the construction.
Oh man, this is fucking.
I said you're onto something.
This is a crazy.
with what you asked me for the equipment. when
Yes.
you
Okay, what kind of equipment he works
Yeah.
with? He said water pumps.
That was a good question, and it was close
you-
between two things.
Do you fix things for a living?
Not very well. No, it's something.
You don't fix.
That
No.
fucked me so sideways.
You're not fixing things.
No.
Fucked me so sideways.
I can maintain them at best. I can maintain.
All right, this is my last question. I got to make this a good one.
He's maintaining water pumps.
I can maintain them. If it breaks, I can tell you how it broke. This is the kind of person I am.
He's not a plumber because that's construction.
Fuck. Tits. This is a hard
Yeah, I
game.
know.
Why did we give him 5? We should have had 10.
Yeah.
Shit.
We can keep going. if you want.
I'm just gonna shoot it. Are you like
We got one more question each.
Okay.
Don't pull the shoot yet.
Okay. All right.
We didn't rape it yet.
Come on.
Fuck.
Watch him on the stand, bro. That's you know.
Fucking titties.
It's not fucking titties.
Got me. Water pump should have got you. Fucking titties.
Come on. He maintains a water pump of some kind. It doesn't sell things.
No, and he's not in construction. That's what fucked me. He doesn't
But
fix
it's
things. He
blue-collar
doesn't fix
work.
things.
Hold on. Let me. Fuck. I can't ask you a question. Go
Yeah, it's
ahead.
my
It's
turn.
your
It's my
turn.
turn. How big's your dick? I don't know. I'm kidding.
Really?
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm
Not big
kidding.
enough. That's it.
The fuck.
So let's do 2 hours.
That's
Yes, that's good. That's what it's for. That's
Not
what it's
enough.
for.
That's
He
why
double
Maverick doesn't
tapped
put
it
me in all
again.
the shows. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
What do you consider blue collar work?
Working with your hands.
Yeah. All right.
Working with your hands. Sorry if I was
Just working with your hands.
I think.
being outside.
I think I have an idea.
Gotta be outside, right?
Your
All
last
right.
question. It's your last.
I work with my hands. I'm outside.
What's
I think you'll,
We can talk together.
I think you'll agree with it. You'll be able to judge if I'm wrong here too.
idea?
If what you in on this? Is that it?
To scream at them so bad. 'Cause they're not-
I think it's. I don't want to give.
What's your idea?
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Cool. Cool.
Keep your daughter on that skateboard, dude.
She just picked that up the other day.
You know what I mean?
That's the first. I didn't even know I had a skateboard, bro.
On a skateboard. I rode a skateboard for
Dude, that's so awesome, man. Thank you for saying that, man.
We'll talk to you
Yeah, cool. Thank you for saying that, dude. I'm trying to find things for her. Like everybody thinks I just pick on her all the time. It's not the case. But thanks for.
Really quick.
That was the first time. The way she turned it too. Like,
It's weird, man.
okay.
Do you work for the city?
No.
Cox.
I don't know what we're gonna do here. All right, what's your guess?
So I think you work for like damage restoration. Like if somebody's basement gets flooded, you got to go in there, put your water
No.
pump in.
That was a good guess, though.
Do you work with hot tubs?
No, I have one though. I have to fix it. I think.
Bro,
I bought a cheap used one.
Fuck.
You're like, I make enough money to own one, mother.
Shit.
No, I bought a used one. Back when I used to be in sales, man. Back when I used to
All
be.
right, so what do you do?
I'm a snowmaker at a mountain.
Yo.
I asked you if you work with customers. You said no.
No,
work
he
night
blasts
Don't.
snow on the mountain.
He makes the snow.
I work all night. Yeah, I go in at night.
That's
Which one do you work at?
There's a place called Granite Gorge.
Okay.
Right outside of Keene.
Nice.
They've employed me for a few years.
Dude, that's fucking
I run
sick.
the chairlift too.
That was a fun game.
I help do that. And
We're
then-
gonna start doing that more often. That was
Dude,
a fun game.
that was
was fun.
I was wondering, and I told you, like, I listen to you guys when I make snow when I came in here. Like I told you, that's what I was waiting. I was like, you know, this guy caught on to some of it. That's right, man. That's right.
Literally, it's 2 hours later.
Just get on the show. We don't care what
tapping
you say. That's how I became a fan. I listened to you guys. You guys, it's dark. I got to walk those fucking trails all night.
Dude, I fucking remember now.
Yeah, and your voices would just be. I'd hear you guys talking shit and stuff like that. It's
That's
just something-
hilarious, dude.
Yeah, man, 100%.
All right, Buttons, pull up our last game.
Yes.
Can I go take a piss quick before we go?
do it. Go ahead.
You gotta
Get
pee?
out of my
No,
way.
I'm straight.
Get out of my way.
That's super fun. That was a fun game. I thought you had me with. The pumps.
Site do you use? It's just good.
Yeah, if we could
I
have
almost
thought
said.
about what
I
you
almost
said
said
earlier.
snowmobile, but like if the pump doesn't work, then I can't work. So I'm like, those are the two things I depend.
Look in the
upon
mirror,
the
man.
most.
Gotcha. I can't do that right now. I'm too high.
It's right down there. Just look down. Go
I packed
down.
this a
Down right
consolation
there.
prize
Yeah.
Anyway, just for the record.
Yeah, there it is. Hit it up.
Here, you take the green one.
Oh, thank you, my man.
Fuck, I'm being an animal over here.
All right, so in this game, we'll wait for when he gets back.
God, I gotta read him out.
No, you
all right.
don't have to read. Well, a little bit.
That's gonna be so high.
Can you scroll back up, please?
Yep.
So what we do here is he'll punch in 7 words, okay, and there's this stupid ad. Yep, just mute it out and it won't come back again. All right, so we're gonna just type in. We're gonna get 7 random words, and what we do is we just shoot a story off the hip. You're not trying to be funny. Don't think of it in that sense. For round 1, it's probably not going to be funny. Round 2, you're going to start getting there. The more rounds we go, this fucking muscle in your brain is going to kick in.
Dude,
And
awesome.
next thing you know, we're going to be telling some really funny shit in here.
All right.
So this is something that we have found with comedians around that this
Man.
works. It's a fun experiment. And, even if we don't come up with gold this time, take it along with you, and you'll be surprised what your brain comes up with.
Dude, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a good experiment, an exercise for any new comedians, any older comedians. who
any
wanna
comedian.
find
It's
an
cool.
inspiration.
Love of the game here, so to speak. Hell yeah.
Uncertainty.
All right, Buttons, go ahead.
Let me get on my
Type in 7 words
I
at the
see you
number.
later, real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please, though. Sorry.
Going heavy.
7. And then generate those random words. Just grab that advertisement. I'll go ahead and start us off.
Hang on, let me make sure.
It's already it's gonna stay muted. All right, so I was driving an automatic on the way to the fountain where my aunt used to take me to toss in the pennies, and one day I met this girl who had this beautiful pin, and on it told me that if I invest my money with the Jews at the corner, I would create a great habit to displace good finances upon my future children. Okay. See, not funny, right? We're working here. All right, Eric, go ahead.
All right. So I just want to say what Damien just said was a piece of sheet.
You want to do that? Roast people with the words? Like,
Of course, you can do whatever.
It's wordplay. And I'd really just like to expose him for pissing not in my toilet.
You a sink guy? Is that what it is?
I don't know. There's pee all over around my. Okay, let me keep going.
What?
Now I sound like a fool.
Okay. You're supposed to be marking these off buttons.
I feel like a fool, and just because I really don't pay my tax anytime I get the chance. And fuck, what did I do? I did. All I gotta do is suit and pipe. All right.
That's not how this works. He's already failed.
So all I gotta do is suit and pipe. All right. Okay. Yeah. So I was wearing my my piping suit the other day, and yeah, I didn't get laid.
All right.
No
all
pipe.
right. Let the master step in.
Master step in. Holy cow! All right.
I wanted yours was a good one.
It doesn't have to
So
be
good at
in order either. He should be checking them off.
But you were so
Well, if you fuck like a rabbit, you're certain to get an infection.
Here we go.
You should probably seek help and concentrate on not doing that again. Perhaps if you weren't so fashionable, you wouldn't forget that these bitches give you those diseases. But you'll never listen, so it's probably curtains for you.
Oh, nice.
Got him.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He hit them all. Oh, man. So I was out with my brother going through the neighbor's drawer. And I found this insurance catalog telling me that about acquisition. And the courtesy behind the valley was a great way to snarl the grips that have us all pinned against our backs.
Snarl,
fucking no.
snarl grip.
That was another piece of sheet. I'm kidding. I sucked.
Fuck you. It's your turn.
I sucked. All right, man. Let's see.
Oh,
here.
man. This is a good one. You got a good one.
I do like this one.
Anything with Oregon.
At first glance, she had...
I do like this. So I unfortunately came down with the symptom. It involved a certain organ. And when I spied on that organ, the relevance made me begin to stir.
Nice twist.
So once I glanced upon that organ, I was quite discouraged on how small it was.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Thanks. It was really depressing.
Yeah, that was up.
It was a piece of sheet. Piece of sheet, everybody. Piece of sheet.
Oh, jeez.
Those are fucking
Yeah, this is
asset.
tough,
Let's go.
man.
Let's go. Anything I can twist and turn.
Anything I can twist and turn.
Hey, you get one refresh.
You get
If
one refresh.
if
no,
you-
Damn, I
you
didn't
get-
know that.
All right, he's
I didn't
good.
know that.
I didn't know that.
He's good. He's good.
Sometimes I have to remind myself to just leave. But instead, I try to justify the assets in front of me with constraint.
Oh, three in a sentence.
Told you my mom's an English. Soon we'll live in a world with diamonds that are shaped like spears.
Doubling up. I like it.
Oh,
Tripling, then
shit.
doubling.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there is.
So my wife's a witch,
My wife.
My wife's a witch. That one wrote itself.
and every day is survival. I feel like a prisoner, where I really inspire to reach civilization by my birthday.
You fucking bang that out, dude.
Yeah, it was. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Because it's been liked already.
They're plugging insurance on this thing, aren't they? Brought to you by Nationwide. Yeah, there it is.
You need health insurance,
Hurt me. That's
motherfucker.
creepy as hell.
We are surrounded by microphones.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
cameras,
that cameras. That's right. These motherfuckers need insurance.
Let me get a refresh. Those are boring.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, especially
He
since
used
one's
his
already
one.
been used.
He used his one.
All right. Now we got it. Now we got it.
He's cooking now, yo.
That whole table moved.
He hit his funny bone. It wasn't funny.
A little bit.
It wasn't
Yeah,
funny.
yeah,
It
that
wasn't
one right
funny.
there.
A little bit.
He took a chunk at the table, bro.
Okay. We're having fun.
So the other day,
Everybody but the table.
This table's been
The
assaulted.
table's fucking messed up.
the other day, I took this obscure lesson.
No, he didn't say engagement yet. Start from the top. Say it again.
So the other day, I got this obscure lesson, and it taught me this miracle sexual position where I would fist a butthole, and it brought me to my engagement ring. But then, after I fisted the butthole, I made a massive migration to the vagina. And it was a very prosperous occasion.
All right, that was a stretch.
Yeah,
That was
I know.
another sheet.
Piece of sheet. Piece of sheet. My wife, piece of sheet.
Damn. What'd she do?
I don't know. I don't have a wife.
Oh Jesus! I think it's assault, pile, reduce. I wonder if it's like connecting us with these words in some weird way.
Yeah, I just said a bunch of shit about a wife that I don't have.
It's,
That advertisement's mad annoying.
You can use your reset, dude. Don't-
you can do it.
Yeah, dude, get a refresh if you don't want those.
Oh no! I have a problem.
he's
I want
fucking
to
hard,
tie
bro.
them all together in one sentence. That's like what my autistic brain's
Assault.
doing.
Assault.
You know, in order to reduce the penalty for assault, one must read and have innovation.
Dude, he's knocking those out.
Connection.
Comma.
Comma connection. Before that shit begins to pile.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah.
That was fun.
Hell yeah.
That was fun. That
You
was a
get
good
paid for that,
That
for
was a
sure.
One more?
Oh my goodness. I want my refresh.
Nice.
I'm just gonna take it. Fuck it. Oh shit. Here we
Asset. The asset. I like that.
go. When you buy a piece of land, the first thing you got to learn is to get a bucket.
This is valid.
This is all right.
Put that in your pocket, kids.
Piece of sheet.
Your first asset should be a person who's also a singer and carries a whip.
All right.
There it is. Yeah. That's a solid
Thanks,
ass.
brother. Oh, we're gonna wrap it up there. Hell yeah.
All right.
That was fun.
Hell yeah.
That was fun. Another game of random words
That was
That's
good.
awesome. That's a
That was
good
good.
with our
activity,
man Tim Stone.
Yeah, yeah. The whip, man.
The whip.
Everybody needs a whip, man. More people would have had him. This country would have been built differently.
I thought you were going to hit the Trump thing.
Nah, no.
Don't fucking
I'm
do
gonna get
that.
another pep talk from Matt.
fucking
for
do
that. Yeah, whip joke.
You know what you did on that podcast here?
Why is he Southern now?
Yeah, no. It's
Why is he a Southern? Damien
Don't
gets in
do
his
that
preacher
shit
mode.
on yonder, man. What?
The preacher mode.
I don't do none of that.
No, you used to though.
What?
With the joke book.
the
You
joke
used to-
book, you pastor.
Oh, I thought you did like a whole fucking.
No,
snap
I didn't
thing.
snap a
What
Z.
you did looked gay as hell.
Sorry, it wasn't on camera, so it doesn't count. Hey, thanks, dude.
That's so true.
Wasn't on camera, so it don't count.
Man,
It don't
that's,
count.
that's why the '90s weren't gay. It's like
Dude, ow, house.
It's all right. Buttons is getting used to the new buttons.
Dude,
This is what happens when you give an autistic kid sound.
Oh yes.
And just more clicky things. He's a buttons. He's just been saying his name back and forth.
He cannot find. It's hilarious because he can't find the air horn for the. Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Let me assist him real quick.
Yeah,
right
no,
here.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, classic. That's it.
Oh yeah. No, we gotta have that one. That's one.
Yeah. 100%.
Hot 93.7. Tell me why,
Dude,
man.
that's, I mean, we all listen to music with that in the background.
Right.
We were downloading it illegally.
LimeWire, baby.
Yeah, dude.
If you didn't have LimeWire, where
Dude,
were you?
Diseases were worth it.
Oh,
I wanna,
man.
yeah, fuck. I need some tipsy. Give me those diseases.
Jaquan.
You know?
Jaquan.
Something
Whoa. You talking about Jawan or Jamal?
Jaquan.
Who's that?
You know the dude who wrote Tipsy? Everybody in the club getting tipped. Everybody in the club getting
It might be. Yeah, no, it's an old song, man.
I don't remember that one, bro.
I wrote it down in my 5th grade yearbook as my favorite song. I found it the other day. I go, wow, I suck.
Yeah.
I watched my first Bobby Altoff podcast.
I don't even know who that is.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, okay.
But I did watch my first one all the way through.
Was it hot?
She had on Kevin Gates.
So it was hot.
It was awesome.
Nice.
It was great. Do you like rap?
Yeah.
You fuck with Kevin Gates?
Absolutely. It's a couple of his songs. I'm not
Yeah.
like hard into him.
Which one you like? Like Two Phones and
Oh man, I had to think. There's a couple of them that I'd have to look
Satellites.
at my playlist. No, they're off. I'm really I'm really into like Currency. You ever heard Currency before?
oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with him a lot. Like I like that kind of like mellow.
You like
low key vibe. There's a Dave
Nice.
East song that I really like.
Dave East? Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's the other
bro.
one. I'm confusing. Too.
Let's go.
There's like those songs. I'm confused. Yeah, sorry, I confused your other guy with Dave East too. Anyway, but yeah, no, I love hip hop. I have like a 300 disc CD changer in my basement. Like, in
Bro,
my
when
smoking
did you
room.
get into hip hop? How old were you? Like
Dude,
fucking
I was
18?
old. I was young, dude. I was young. I grew up in St. Louis, and I went to
Cardinals. Go Birds.
Yeah. I grew up right outside. Yeah. So, and my parents were never around, so I went to daycare, and I was like a kind of a minority there, Harvester Christian Daycare, and this kid had his Walkman, and he had Easy E on it.
Hell yeah.
Real
And I was
motherfucking
like,
This is a
G's.
stick
I was
up.
6 years
Everybody
old.
get face down.
Down.
That's
Act
my-
the mouth so they can't make a sound. Time up for the fact that I'm kicking
Yeah.
ass. I got my hand on my gat. That's
And
just
it's
shit.
ready to blast,
My name is
yeah.
Easy, but I go the
Hallway
hard way
out.
out. This ain't personal. No, I
Yeah,
remember
bro.
just being like,
But
oh,
now
it
it's
just like
about-
stained my soul. I was just
Yeah.
like, this is it. And just like,
When he said one of the bars that forever stuck in my mind was Easy E when he says and now I'm kind of blanking it, of course, because I said forever stuck in my mind. But he's like, hold on, I said lay down and unbutton your bra. That was the biggest titties that I ever saw. I said, damn. Then the air got thinner. Only thought in my mind was going up in her. The suspense was making me sick. She pulled her panties down and the bitch had a dick. I said, damn.
I got from my hand.
What I thought was a bitch wasn't nothing but a man.
Dude.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah,
That
that's
shit-
it.
Dude, his Christmas song,
Great.
still bops.
Oh my
Merry
God.
motherfucking Christmas.
Hell
and have
yeah,
a
bro.
fucked up
Dude.
New Year.
Dude, real G's.
Real
Oh my
motherfucking G's
God,
G's
with a
like
PH.
Yeah, man, like that stuff just was awesome. I remember in 5th grade, I made honor roll probably twice in my life. And one time my mom's like, you can get any CD you want, you make honor roll. I wanted Snoop Dogg so bad. Doggy
Nah,
style.
yeah.
I went right in that store when I made it, picked that CD up. She's like, I'll put that down. I'll buy any 4 other ones. For you." No, I
Like,
still got that disc to
hell
this
yeah.
day. Man. I know every word to it. So like, yeah, no.
Was that before it had the fucking the stamp on it of parental advisory? Or
No,
did
it definitely did. I had to have my
did,
mom buy
yeah.
it for me. Like,
That's
that was it.
fucking-
That was
That's
from
just said
NWA.
anything, Yeah.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I
dude.
believe that. Yeah, I remember when it
NWA.
came out.
They started that.
Some
they
places
had
enforced
to.
it, some places didn't. I
Yeah,
remember you could
they
like
had
go to the
literal
mall.
cities like forcing them out. What?
Tipper Gore started that.
Oh yeah, you're not lying.
Tipper.
Actually, yeah.
What FBI, right?
Bob Dole went at him too, pretty hard
Yeah.
too, because like that was, like the Bone Thugs
Is it
era
empty?
and all that stuff, man. Yeah, I love some rap.
I got no more. I'm all fucking out, bro.
There's more in the fridge if Joey Buttons wants to grab some.
Buttons, will you grab me a beer? Thank you, my man. Oh shit.
Watch out for
Joey
that
Buttons
door.
down!
He's alive. Oh my God, this has been a fucking fun episode.
Bro.
Hey,
Dude, it was fuck yeah. I can't thank you enough for having me in the seat.
Of course.
dude.
Well, literally, we had a cancellation going on today. I was like, we got to get Tim on.
Off the bench, Tim Stone. Let's go.
That's what I'm saying. Well, we have like a retainer like of people
Oh, yeah,
that
man.
it just didn't happen.
Thank you, my man.
And it was we were sick, or he was sick as fuck. I was probably sick too, and I just didn't say anything.
I was sick too. It was good, man. It's good. Like I couldn't really.
So-
I couldn't. Yeah, no, this all worked.
Yeah,
out.
everything happens for a reason. I really believe that. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. No, I appreciate it. Anyway, and like I said, this was a pick me up for me too. So,
Hell yeah.
I got to meet you guys. I've heard everybody
Yeah.
talk about you. I've watched
Wow,
enough of you.
I
know
love to
enough
hear
about
that.
you guys. You know, so
What do
I want to
people
hear the
say about
negative
us?
stuff.
what's that?
Yeah.
The
I wanna hear the
negative stuff?
negative
Nobody's
stuff.
telling me negative stuff. Nobody-
I want to hear the
This guy's got a
negative.
big fucking
Everybody's-
mouth.
I just go into my villain here. I was like,
Everybody's
tell
coming
me
up with- I haven't seen your
tell me-
comedy yet, though. So that's the thing.
True. You know what it is? Is probably people know that you're a good comedian. So the chances
appreciate
the chances that you're going to end up on here are high. That's
Yeah.
why they're not
bless you.
saying
Well,
the
we've
bad
heard-
shit to you.
We've heard several times.
Somebody needed to do this, and you guys have the vibe. You bring it out in people. It's not just like you make them feel comfortable, and like it's a cool atmosphere and everything we do here. So like that's
Hell yeah.
people need to appreciate it. We got to put it out more, like
absolutely,
and hit
man.
that like and subscribe button. It's like costing nothing. You know what I mean?
Just
it's like, it's like
saving my job for
it's a free
in the
way.
description.
It's just a free way to support somebody. Everybody's like, "How can I support you?" Like, you're not gonna come to the shows. I get it. Just get
Yeah.
the like and subscribe
That's all you
button.
gotta
It's
do.
free, man, and like it like literally helps us tremendously. Like you don't even puts us into different algorithms and all sorts of stuff. So like that's. I respect your hustle. I'm heavy on YouTube too, so like I try to
Oh,
be.
man, that's
I've
awesome.
just
We got to
started,
do a
like,
show.
couple
We got to
weeks.
do even an open mic together. Just fucking
Dude,
so
I
you can see
appreciate
us.
no, for sure. I'd love to vibe
we'd
out,
love to
just
see
like
you
the way
do
you
your
guys
work.
write and the ideas you come up with and the free flow. Like I needed this was a sign from
Oh,
the
man.
comedy gods. You guys and me today
Yeah.
to go into your acid trip, man. Like that.
We got submerged today. We
This was-
submerged.
this was
We
awesome.
That's
got
the thing.
submerged.
Like when
I was-
you trip so hard that you can bring everyone around you into your trip years later is fucking wild.
That's
dude.
not the trip. That's your energy. And just so you can do that with anything you want. Just for the record, that's
yeah.
why you're a great comic or working your way up to it, and that's why people listen to you on this too. Like this is awesome, and the people you've had here are awesome, and it's cool, man. I can't.
Yeah.
It's just the beginning, man.
No, it really is.
I mean,
Yeah.
freaking, we'd love to work our way up, or not work our way up, like work our way to the Workout Wednesday, just to see you do your damn thing for 10 minutes. That'd be freaking awesome for us, and it's a new venue for us. We haven't been there yet. We're always
Yeah,
open
we
to new
definitely have
venues.
to
It's
make
right
the
on
fucking-
top. It's such a cool. It's a different vibe too, and there's always like back in the day. it
You'd kill it there.
used to be worse.
I know.
You'd
There
rip
used
it
to be a lot
apart.
of hecklers there. Like I learned how
he
to fight
loves-
with people.
Dude, this guy with crowd work. Come on now.
And then
Come
you
on,
go
guy.
home, and then the hecklers start following you, and you're just
Oh.
like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" Like,
Love
not
that.
only did I get that guy, but like so like that's
Dude, I got a guy at a show, and he was I don't know what it was that sparked him, but he was like, "Yeah, you're gonna come off that stage with no fucking teeth or something like that."
to you.
Yeah.
Where was this at?
And-
Dude, at the Nook, At our home fucking court, and
Was
he
it
was
just a guy or
No,
was it a
he
comic?
he goes. He's what he was like. Oh yeah, you're gonna be telling jokes with no fucking teeth.
That's
and
what it was.
and literally his friend had to grab him because he was a mutual friend of ours and was
Yeah.
like, you don't
No,
want
this is
none.
like a
you don't
say
you
yeah,
don't
no.
want
Yeah,
you don't
dude,
want no.
fucking. I looked at him and was like, "Oh, we got a fucking tough guy, huh?"
Yeah,
And then he goes-
had to have caught you off guard. A
He
little
did.
bit,
He goes
right?
like this. He goes like
caught me off
he
guard.
goes. He goes. Oh, you guys didn't get that joke. Let me dumb it down for you. And he slipped back
So,
into like the Ohio
by him
accent.
reacting like that, and I'm the same way. So like by him reacting like that, like you already won.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
but then he comes at you, and I'm so competitive. I still got to keep going. I got to
Oh,
learn
yeah.
just to like
Yeah.
let that motherfucker breathe. You know, at that point when I spark somebody, that's awesome. Great job for that.
Oh,
That-
dude.
That's what
And
we
then
do, man.
It
That's
was
cool.
great because when I come off stage, he comes right up to me. He was like, "Dude, he was like, oh, you got me. Oh my god." He's like, "That was
Literally,
fucking hilarious."
literally.
I went to
Yeah,
workout
dude.
Wednesday one time and went around the room, and I don't. Somebody I always mess with. I like him as a person, but somebody I always mess with brought his whole coworkers there. And they were all heckling. One of them was heckling really bad. Particularly, they were heckling the new comics. And
Don't
it
do
was just
that.
like, yeah. And I went up there and I just roasted the guy. The guy like
Nice.
tried to come up and fight me on stage, and everybody at work out Wednesday stopped him. So it got to the point to where like he's like signed the list and went up after me and like tried to roast me and just bombed. And then he ended up throwing Maverick's microphone, and Maverick like got up and tried to. Maverick goes from talking white to black like real quick. When he gets mad, he goes from like zero to ghetto.
I'm not gonna
And,
lie,
like,
I do the
point-
same
for
shit.
2 seconds. He like talks all straight, and then he's like, "Motherfucker, come." I'm just like, "Whoa, shit!" You know, I had never seen it, but
He goes, come on, chameleon.
I couldn't say it. He was just saying the N. They say the N word a lot when I get angry. Yeah. Another funny story, but we did a show together, and Nice Jones is like, "Yo, I'll give you your N card. You can say it." Man, right? I
It's a
abused-
trick.
Dude, I said it like 19 times. It was like easily one of the most embarrassing moments of me as a comic. Like, Alex will tell you about it. He was there too. He's shaking his head now somewhere. He doesn't even know why. He's just like, man, I gave it back. I'm like the first country to turn in its nukes. So she's like, no,
We don't need these.
this is not.
We don't.
This is not for me. Nice, you keep it. You know. Now, whenever I say it, I just point to him. He like plays a sound effect. You know? That's as close as I get.
Yeah, that's great.
I had it one time. Thank God I was in New Hampshire when I did that. Thank God. Like
They were all saying it back.
People are like right now watching it, just like, where could you be that said it? Yeah, no, they're just like,
They were
yeah.
saying it back.
I thought this was comedy, not church. You know, they're not a Southern.
I'm out of money.
accent.
I'm out of money.
Really?
I'm out of money.
Holy shit, dude!
This is the one I put in my mouth, so I can't send it to
Oh
anybody.
man.
All right, I gotta get him alone. Holy
Special.
fuck, dude! Holy shit!
That's the first time I ever ran out of money.
God bless you, man. I'm just trying to vibe out. I need this is cool.
shit.
Dude, this is a killer episode.
It's
Oh
funny
my
listening
God.
to people talk about when they drive up here too, like how scary it is. I'm like, man, have you guys been to like Worthington Street in Springfield?
Yeah,
Shit,
brother.
like, all the people bitching are the ones from the ghetto. I'm like, that place is scary. Like,
I used to
this-
work right on Taylor Street.
Yeah, okay.
street over.
Okay,
So I
yeah.
Oh,
understand.
these
that
white
place is
boys.
scary. This place is not. This is
You fucking white boys.
Yeah,
you fucking white boy.
He's
fucking
been from
white
the,
boys.
he's been in the shit. He's been
Yeah,
in
where
the
I'm
shit.
from is what, dude. Fucking Springfield, like as worse as it gets, is a Monday morning.
Where you from?
So you ever heard of Wheeling, West Virginia?
No,
all
but
right,
I know
let's-
down there it's
Okay,
sketchy. I
so
do know.
I'm from Bel Air, Ohio, which is in the tri-state area between where West Virginia
Pennsylvania.
peaks up. Right, you see the highest most peak in West Virginia, where it's yellow,
Yeah.
and then it goes like orange into Ohio
Yeah.
and blue. I'm from that tri-state area. There's a literal point where fucking. Oh, he's literally pointing at with the camera.
Yeah, he's got
There's
it.
a literal point where Tom Brady could probably throw a football from Ohio over West Virginia into PA. That's where I'm from.
Wow.
You got Steubenville, Ohio, Moundsville, West Virginia, Wheeling, West Virginia. There's the Island Racetrack Casino, and then you got the Ohio River that travels right through there, which is technically national waters. So it's patrolled by National Guard. Which,
Nasty girls.
so, yeah, right. So, and if you also
Nasty
look at
Little
that
army
area-
humor, everyone.
Yeah.
Little army.
Watch out for them nasty girls.
yeah, and if you also look at that area, you'll see surrounding it how many major cities. To the east, you got
that's all right.
Pittsburgh. Little up further, you got New York. You got Detroit. You got
Is that meth country? Is what you're saying?
dude. It's
Tigers, Paradise.
meth, fentanyl. It's the literal drug highway.
Okay.
Of the
my
entire
dad lives in
eastern seaboard.
Akron, Ohio.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. So I know
He
Akron
lives
very
out
well.
there now. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where he settled down.
And a lot of places are very quiet and can be nice, but that Ohio River area is fucking
Somebody
trash.
had his like a garden was dying next to the stream he has, and he went upstream and found a meth factory upstream. Was
Yeah, I believe it.
coming downstream, and he put on his combat boots and stomped it out.
Fuck.
I'm like, the com's like, you could have died, you dumb idiot. And he's- yeah.
Wow,
He's
man.
just an animal like that. He had to take a fentanyl class because he works at a ski resort.
To learn how to make it.
No, not a fentanyl class. He had a class to give him the friggin' shot. What's the shot called? I'm drawing a blank there.
EpiPen?
Yeah,
or whatever?
no,
Narcan.
Narcan, yeah.
They had because he's a ski patrolman down there, and like you have to learn how to give Narcan.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll give him Narcan with my boot. Dad, they're not even a bad enough day.
You're from Texas. Only steers and queers from
Fucking
Texas. Yeah, I don't
boot.
see any
Oh
horns
my
on you.
God, that's right. Exactly. Shit.
Oh man,
It's a great movie.
that's a good character
What,
you
Full
just
Metal
played
Jacket?
What? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, that's literally Full Metal Jacket.
there. Yeah,
That's it.
as I just said, you played a great character.
I do.
Yeah.
That was a big reason why I went to boot camp. That movie and my dad. And I was just
Really?
like, yeah, like I really wanted to see if it was like that. And
You just wanted to find somebody and push them to fucking blow their head off in the fucking
Sergeant
stalls,
Gummer Pyle.
dude.
there's some shit. For
That's
sure.
all
Private
you went
Gummer
there
Pyle.
for. You're like, I'm gonna find the biggest,
I went
dumbest
before they had
retard.
stress cards too and shit. Like
Dude.
it was legit.
Oh, you can say
No,
steers
no,
and
I
queers,
get
but
it.
I
No,
can't
I
say
get it.
biggest, dumbest retard.
Yeah,
Come
no,
on.
Gomer Pyle was the biggest, dumbest retard. He stole a donut, you son of a bitch. You're dumb fucking ass.
Who's dumber, him or the guy from Green Mile?
Oh, now he made it racist and bad.
No, it's got nothing.
Both their eyebrows. We have to like push them down.
Hey, it had nothing to
Oh,
do
no,
with
I'm just
He
saying.
was more retarded. We were like, I don't know. That was us deciding.
I think it's a debatable
That was us
question.
deciding.
We're gonna have a death battle,
Gomer.
Gomer was way dumber.
spectrum battle. Who's farthest to?
Dude, he
Spectrum Olympics.
Spectrum Olympics.
We're tired of people debating. Let's get this spectrum nailed down.
Shit, I've been baiting all day.
Yeah.
Before you,
I believe you when you say it.
I got my crank times that no one's allowed here.
Oh my god. And the fact that we both have keys and we could show up any moment.
Just all I ask is stomp when you walk up those
you walk
stairs.
upstairs.
Just stomp. Just stomp.
All you need is 3 seconds to finish and clean
That's
up.
it. That's
great.
why I say my crank time's 4:05 to 4:10 p.m.
Nothing even comes out anymore. It's just fucking dust.
Nobody even tells you about that. When you get in a relationship, there's a lot of stand-uppers. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Oh,
dude,
for sure.
that's too much effort. My
It's
back
been
hurts.
hellacious on my balls, dude.
Hellacious.
Yeah,
Hellacious.
You put like a
Slapping
rock in a sock, like, and just swing
Yeah,
it
dude.
back and forth. That thing's gonna hit the ground. Like, I'm touching toilet.
Rock in a sock.
Talking toilet water now. I'm touching toilet
Rock
water.
in a sock is
Oh,
crazy.
Too many
man.
stand-uppers in the corner. You know what I mean?
They'll not. There's no way they'll know what I'm doing.
Doing it so hard, dude, and something hits your back. You're like, what the fuck was that? It's just my nuts. It's just my nuts. It's just the old man nuts reminding you what's coming.
Literally.
Oh my
Nothing. But yeah, that's it, literally.
It's me. It's me, everyone. I'm
Oh
coming.
my god. Well, shit. Hey, where can everybody find you at, Tim?
Tim Stone Comedy. You can find me YouTube, Tim Stone Comedy. You can find, I post clips there usually every Saturday, every Friday, Saturday night. Instagram, Tim Stone Comedy, and then just Tim Stone on Facebook.
Hell yeah.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Let's get something that works. Let's do
You,
a fucking
I'm on
show.
Twitter too, actually, or not
Oh,
Twitter,
are you?
Twitter
X.
or X, and a little bit in TikTok. But I like just use it for the editing the captions. It's
That's cool, man.
brilliant for that.
Yeah, it
I don't
is.
know if you
Oh,
ever
yeah.
messed with it, but yeah, you can find me just Tim Stone Comedy, just like you think it's spelled.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Let's get something
do
that
you have
works.
any? Do you got any
Frickin-
shows coming up?
You know, honestly, right now I don't. I got some stuff in the work,
we'll
but
get
I don't have a ton of.
Well-
I got some just like random mics and things like that I'm hosting. Probably
Awesome.
down at Workout Wednesday and things like that, but nothing big in the works right now.
Well, definitely let us know any shows you got coming up. New thing I want to let everybody else know is that we're going to be doing a show bulletin here. I miss
cool.
I miss back in the day where there used to be a place in town where everybody could go and they'd post their shit up, and everybody who went to see what was going on, they'd go right to the center of town and see what's happening in town. So I want to kind of bring that back to the virtual world of today, and we're gonna start doing just every time we put an episode out and we get fully up to date. It's going to be, we're going to just read off the shows that are happening in the week. It doesn't matter whose shows it
You
is.
guys really got your finger on the pulse. That's a really good idea,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Like for
Send-
sure, that's
yeah.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's-
Pump everybody's shit up.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, dude. It
Yeah.
really is. It's a cool community to be a part of. It's hard enough to do the comedy and get to the mics and write the stuff. It's cool that
Yeah.
people support it, and I can't support you guys enough either. Too. Just
Thank you so much.
what you guys have done, even in the last like 6 shows, dude. And then I'm proud to be a part of the new games and the sound effects.
Yeah, man.
No, we ran
This is
some
a
new
lot of
stuff
fun,
too.
dude.
That guess your job is crazy. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. I
Dude,
like that.
we were just We were in the
Ripping
vibe,
and
man.
gripping.
That's what it's all about. And, dude, thank you so much for being a part of this.
Hell yeah, man, dude. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. This is
Absolutely.
awesome. It was awesome meeting you too.
Can we get a screw you guys? I'm going home.
What's that?
Is that there? It's in there somewhere. Is he able to find it?
I think we should start doing that before the outro. Screw you guys. I'm going.
Yeah.
It's gonna take him a few.
It's gonna take-
We'll wait. We'll wait for it. We'll
Just
wait
go
for
back
it.
to the main menu.
But hell yeah, dude. Freaking.
This is Move the Mic fucking podcast. Now he's gotta go.
Yeah.
This is Move the Mic podcast, presented by Underworld Studios, with your hosts, Damian T.
Eric Williams. Let's get the out of here.
Like, subscribe.
Follow fucking Underworld Studios on Instagram.
Appreciate that, dude.
Get used to this.
This place is awesome, man.
Stop that. No. Don't you dare do that. Stop the recording. Never shut that thing off with the volumes up.